Hey, it's John here from Stretford, Paddock. First of all, we can forget about the Leicester game now. Really good things.
JF Stretford, Paddock. This is the live watch-along for the Fulham game. Alex Baggers is here.
Are we all excited?
And he's so excited.
Football!
Football!
Come on!
The football, Baggers, with fans.
Football,
Fans are at Old Trafford now, and I've got it on good authority that they're only outnumbered 7-1 by police.
Wow,
which
that's
is
good,
pretty good. Pretty impressive. 10,000 fans at Old Trafford tonight. You may have seen on our socials, we've been posting there. There's a large police presence, shall we say, but it will be good to see some fans in there, isn't it, mate?
It will, a little bit. We can turn off the fake noise now on the telly as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's...
Hear all the screaming as well when someone gets fouled.
Oh, yeah.
Like you, five-a-side, isn't it? Rolling around, screaming, holding your ankle.
You know that's not me.
Hey,
I never get tackled, so it's fine.
He makes a good point. Get involved in the comments, hit that like button. This is live, as I said earlier. We will be having some predictions shortly. We'll also be hearing from Ian Sterling. We've been down to Old Trafford. We spoke to him briefly. He's excited about the fact that fans are back in the stadium. Let us know what you think about the fact there's fans back. 10,000 fans there tonight. Was you not tempted to apply? Did you not apply? Because I didn't.
I didn't apply. No, I was tempted to, but at the same time, I was like, do you know what? Got this to do, haven't we? Got to have a chat about football and all that kind of stuff.
He didn't want to go to United, to Old Trafford, first time in about 15 months, because he wanted to be... No, what is it actually? Is it 15 months?
It's 14 at least.
14 months.
It was
March, wasn't it,
yeah.
when we played City?
436 days.
436 days, and now we're what? An hour and 24 minutes away.
But we do have some people there, don't we? We are going to have some reaction live.
Live reaction. We're going to have fan cams after the game from Old Trafford. We've not done that since McTominay scored that second goal against City. So we'll have that as well. We'll also have the watch-along, of course. We'll have Andy Tate. We'll have Adam McKola. We'll have Joe Smith. Got you covered. Got you and that boy Ronaldo. Is he gracing us with his presence?
He'll be here, don't worry. He was busy in the gym last time I'd seen him.
Busy in the gym?
Yeah, working hard as he always does.
Hey.
Graphs, he does that, lad. Properly.
He loves it, doesn't he? He loves a bit of the old gym. Let us know what you think. People asking about a protest. I think there's some sort of protest going on. I know they've been dishing out sort of 50+1 cards. In fact, I might have them on my phone, actually. I'll see if I can...
It was the 51+1 cards, a lot of green and gold. That was the kind of thing to go inside the stadium. There was going to be people outside the ground, but like you said, there is a lot
gold glazes out. So there's a gold glazes out, green and gold one. And then there's a 50+1 time for change. So we want a bit of change.
We do. And we've seen that this week. That the petition that was sanctioned, co-signed by Stretford, Paddock, Stephen Howson, and was, Gary Neville and all them were involved in doing it. Was it 127? I saw this morning it hit 127,000 signatures, so I don't know where that has got to now, but it was flying up there.
It was flying. As producer Campbell holds a sign up that says apology not accepted.
50+1.
50+1. Protect the legacy. Kelsey Wilson's in the chat said, just rub your head for good luck, lad. Who are you talking to? Is it me or Baggers? We'll all do it.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't want to say it because it could be. Disciple of Ollie says Jay's head looks like a milk dud. Bit harsh. Napoleon Dynamite says, yo Jay, what chance are you open to here at OT? Baggers, you can take this one. What are you looking forward to hearing? Sing it in C minor. Go on.
It's got to be a bit of Cavani, hasn't it?
Give it to Eddie Cavani.
I avoided singing that this weekend, didn't I? And
yeah, we did.
You didn't.
Me and you did that with all the enthusiasm of a death rowing mate on the way to the chair when we had to do something for the telly. And he said, dance for us. Dance performing little people. And we were like, all right, we'll do it in our own time.
Joe did it.
Joe did it. He's got no scruples.
He's a superstar anyway, so he doesn't.
He's big time, Joe. In fact, we're lucky to have him here tonight because usually he does BT, doesn't he, of an evening?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually very chuffed to bits. Oh, he's in the background as well. Yeah, he's probably just.
Ronaldo's here.
Talking of people you can rely on. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about. The fact that the fans are back in, the protest and stuff. People asking, did you have a ticket? I didn't apply. And I'll tell you for why I didn't apply. Starters, even though a couple of my mates are going, I want to go back with part of my Matchday thing is I'm there with my mates, we'll get together. It's mates that I don't usually see out of the football. It's a big sort of social thing, so I like doing that. Obviously only 1 in 7 fans is going to be there tonight, so that probably won't happen. Spaced out as well, doesn't quite feel the same as it would. There's only 10,000 fans, and there's probably 10,000 younger people or more vocal people or people that are just, not that I don't chant, but, people that are keener than me. So let them have that ticket because the Sparks, I'm not into taking tickets away from people when I'm not as enthusiastic about it as others.
No.
So I'll go back when we can have a proper crowd there, and I can't wait. I am looking forward to it, and I'm a bit gutted I'm not there tonight. But there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Look at this.
Look at this. Look at this.
You can come all the way around
We've got a young lad here on work placement.
Right.
Called Callum Skaman.
He's dead good, isn't he? He's got new trousers.
He's got new trousers on. What have you got on here?
No, he's got his trousers. He's had them for a while, hasn't he? Come on.
Let's have a look. You're live on Stretford Paddock. Come on. What have you got here?
He's ran away.
Combat.
He's
wearing combat
with, like, some
trousers.
cuffs on the bottom.
You're looking good, actually.
Yeah.
Can I take a picture? We'll take a picture and we'll put it up.
Put it up onto J Motty's socials.
Yeah, I'll put this up on my...
There we go.
Do you know what?
He makes a good brew, though. Doesn't matter what he looks like.
He does. He makes a great brew. And I'm going to share it on Full Time Devils. No, is that the...
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that, because Baggers is here. Baggers weren't here. I would do, but he tells me off when I start messing about on the socials.
No, leave it.
Is that tea? Someone saying Baggers has got tea.
Tea.
Because he's Brexit, and I've got coffee, because I'm cosmopolitan. Let us know what you think the score's going to be as well. Yeah, dead cosmopolitan me. Drinking coffee. Exciting times, man. I feel a little bit giddy, because there's fans there.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not there, we're not there. Fans are there, aren't
Fans are there. See Cavani in the flesh for the first time. You've got Bruno Fernandes, player of the season.
Yes, talk to me about this, Alex Bagley, because Bruno Fernandes has won what? He's won Sir Matt Busby. That's the fans' vote.
Yeah.
And then has Luke Shaw won something?
I don't know. He may have won Players' Player. I've not had to see.
You don't know?
I don't know. Luke Shaw wins Manchester United Player of the Season. Open Twitter up. There it is. Twitter, that very reliable source that is. Luke Shaw wins Manchester United's Player of the Season. It's good, that. He's done well there.
He has done well, hasn't he?
I think it's harsh on Bruno, because I think all the lads have gone, yeah, I know you're our best player, but...
That's Luke Shaw's won Players' Player now, because he won Fans' Player and Players' Player 2 years ago, didn't he? So he's won it twice in 3 years.
He didn't win. Did he win Players' Player that year as well?
He won both. The year he won it, he won both. I'm nailed on 100%. Check it. Go onto his Wikipedia and it'll say under his individual honours, it'll say what he's won. I'm sure that he won both, because I remember there was uproar on my timeline over the fact that he'd won it.
Because I had our worst ever defensive season, and Luke Shaw
I think it was the
won
season where Pogba was like our leading scorer. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was.
It was the Jose stroke Ollie season, was it
Players'
not?
Player of the Year. Last year, Anthony Martial. Year before, Luke Shaw. Year before that, David De Gea, Valencia.
Yeah, you see? Luke Shaw's won it twice.
By the way, since Thingy's retired.
Go on, read us through it, right? Read us through it, 2014, including 2014.
2013-14, so the first year without Sir Alex Ferguson. David De Gea. Next year, David De Gea.
All right, bit embarrassing.
Year after,
yeah,
Chris Smalling.
Mike, very good player.
Then, Antonio Valencia in 2016-17.
He had a good season, people forget that. We did a video on Devils and I had him as my player of the year, so I'm not going to change my mind 5 years later.
David De Gea, 17-18.
God, again.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Martial.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw. Just, I'm going to give you the years.
To be fair, though, Anthony Martial is a good player. He's just not having a good season.
The years before that.
Right,
Ryan Giggs, Cristiano Ronaldo, Nemanja Vidic, Wayne Rooney, Nani, Valencia and Michael Carrick.
I mean,
yeah,
bit different here, eh?
It's only a little bit.
A little bit different.
It's amazing how our attacking players have stopped winning things when we've stopped winning.
And I'm not knocking players for winning Players of the Year awards. That's good. It's just slightly disconcerting when your keeper wins it like 3 years out of 4 or whatever it is, and your left back wins it 2 years out of 3. You think that like you'd have strikers and attackers stepping up a little bit, yeah, especially when we can't defend. So it's not been the most. It's as a sort of an example of how well we've been doing. It shows that it's not quite gone our way.
He's,
yeah, let's give him credit.
It might be a little bit of a most improved kind of award, that one, isn't it? It feels like it is a little bit. It's because
it sounds weird that doesn't it say most improved to a player that won it 2 years ago. But you're right.
He stepped up massively. He looks like we don't need to replace him now, which this time 12 months ago we were all saying.
Me and you stood there, weren't we, when it looked like we weren't going to get Alex Tellers at one point.
Yeah, and we just got lost regularly.
Screaming Blue Murder, weren't we, on those transfers live one night?
Sure.
We were like, what? They want 12 million, just pay it. I don't care if he's out of contracts in the summer. Just get him.
Anybody.
And he's just a bit part player at the minute. He is. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think of that. Luke Shaw, Players Player of the Year. Bruno Fernandes, Fans Player of the Year. Does anyone?
I think he deserves
ultimately care.
I think he deserves to win it. I think he deserves to win both of them. I think he's just one of them that it's almost like because he's been that good, he's not going to win it kind of thing, which is a bit odd. I think it's kind of when Messi doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, you're like, well, he's still the best player in the world. Like even if you've given it Modric, he's still the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of case with Bruno. He's still our best player. He's still performed ridiculously well this season, outscoring Frank Lampard's best ever season. He's probably had the best goals and assist season from any midfielder in the Premier League history, kind of thing, in terms of goals, assists, and a lot.
Yeah.
There's no one else hitting numbers wise. And most of them that have done well, you think of that Yaya Toure season as one of them that stands out. You think of the
Yaya
Lampard
Toure season when he won the league and he scored 20 goals, wasn't it?
And didn't get
And Football Writers Award, I think Suarez got it and Gerrard was second. And I think, how can you watch those 2 seasons and compare like-for-like midfielders and think that Yaya Toure, that scored 20 goals and won his team the title, had a worse season than Steven Gerrard?
I think
what even is that?
And I think as well, because those two, we talk about Toure and Lampard there, they did it in title-winning teams as well. So they were part of a very, very good team. There's an argument yet that this team isn't quite there.
No.
Fernandes to hit those numbers, to hit those goals and assists is impressive, especially as you look at who's around him scoring. There's not been too many goals around him, in the standout numbers.
If you look at it, right, I think Marcus has got 11 Premier League goals this season and he's our next top scorer behind Bruno Fernandes.
And he's up there for top scorer of the whole Premier League, isn't he, Bruno? Ridiculous.
It's, this isn't a vintage attacking Manchester United team by any stretch of imagination. I know we've got very talented players. I love Marcus Rashford. I love Mason Greenwood. I love Edinson Cavani. But in terms of sheer numbers, they're not up there. They've not been. I know Cavani's obviously missed a lot of football, so it's a bit, a bit harsh to
He's the third top scorer in the Premier League.
Bruno Fernandes. Who's above him?
Harry Kane and Mo Salah.
Never heard of him.
Oh, shit, aren't they?
Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Shit, mate.
Shit.
What do you reckon those rumours, by the way?
He obviously wants to go. I just think that the weird bit is that I don't think we buy him. I just don't see it. I don't see us spending the money because for as much as everyone's going, oh, you can get him at a deal, you can get it for 80 million or something like that. It's Daniel Levy. He stood there with Gareth Bale and went, I want a world record fee or nothing's happening. That he is not leaving. He did the same thing with Modric. He went, it's 40 million quid or nothing. He's that kind of person that has got this thing in his head where he'll want a target of, I want the X amount, whether he's worth it or not. And I think Harry Kane's probably number is at least £100 million. And I just don't think we're going to go for him.
I think Harry Kane will go, but I think he'll go for a lot less than people think. I think you might even see Harry Kane go for about 85 million quid. And I think he'll be late on in the trends. I think because this is why I think, right, you're right about Levy, yeah. He's very savvy at what he does, but in Harry Kane he's got a player that turns 28 during the summer, yeah. So in sort of strikers terms, unless you're Jamie Vardy or Cavani or Zlatan, 31's when they start thinking, right, he's on his way down now. So you've got 3 years potentially of him being. I mean, he might be a Ronaldo who lasts for another 10 years, but he might not be. So you've got 3 years. His injury record isn't as bad as some people say, but it's not.
No, it's not
perfect. He misses like 8 or 9 games most seasons, which if you're in a title challenge and you miss your star striker for 9 games, that can be your end of your title challenge. So that's a sort of black mark on his name, even though it's a harsh one. And I just wonder whether, you've had this pandemic as well, so that's skewed, it's a new word, look it up. So that's changed the landscape slightly in that, some clubs have had to pull back a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised. And also, the final one is, let's find out 2 points. Erling Haaland's out there. If you're going to go big on a striker, go for the 20-year-old who's, going to give you 10 years if he sticks around. Or you can also get resale value on. So you could spend 150 million quid on Erling Haaland and get 120 back 2 seasons from now, or even the same back. You ain't going to do that with Harry Kane, yeah? And thirdly, there's only a small number of clubs who would actually go for him. Now, City are the obvious ones.
The City, Chelsea, United in the Premier League.
Yeah.
They're the only 3.
But for City, and this sounds odd because City do spend lots and lots and lots of money, they don't usually spend world transfer record fees, and they certainly don't spend them on strikers.
No.
So that would be a first for them. Not spending money, obviously spend loads of money, they're built on bloody money. But they don't go out and spend 80.
They spend 20, they buy 20 players at 50 million rather than buying
They have a bench full of £50 million players, and people go, well, look at well City doing. Because they've got £500 million worth of talent on the bench.
So I think you're right with that. And I think the other thing with City, I was chatting with some City fans yesterday, so I love to see Kane. I think in Kane's mind, you've seen what Pep does. No one's guaranteed a spot in Manchester City's team. No one's guaranteed to play every week. Harry Kane wants to score more goals than anyone's ever done in the Premier League. He wants to beat Shearer's record. He's a very that's one of his personal goals.
You see the footage of him in Sterling in the World Cup,
yeah,
where he can lay it off and it's
He just doesn't.
He doesn't.
He
In
doesn't.
his head, he's like,
That's it.
this
He's
is me.
golden boots in the World Cup.
Yeah.
That's it. Golden boots in the Premier League. All-time records. I think that's what Harry Kane wants. And I think that Man City, for as much as he win Premier League title, look, he's probably going to win a Premier League title if he goes to City. If he spends 5 years there, good chance he'll at least win one. If he went there, he's not going to guarantee 35 games in a City team. He'll probably play 25 from the start. He'll come in off the bench and stuff. He'll rotate. Pep doesn't do that because he's got all them players. So maybe he's got a bit of selfishness there. Chelsea, whether Tottenham sell to Chelsea, I'm not sure that's the way to go. It's whether he goes. I don't see him going abroad because I think that he wants that again, that Premier League record. So he won't go to like a Paris, or I don't think Madrid or Barca have maybe got the funds at the minute. United would be. I think United probably is an option that he'd like to do. I think it kind of fits everything that he wants.
I think as well. You could argue as well. And I'm not saying Harry Kane's going to come to United.
No, I don't.
People start saying in the
slightest,
comments.
no.
I don't think Mailbaggers actually believe that. I'm just talking about the feasibility of it. You could, if you really wanted him, I just don't think we'll pay it. Go to him and say, look, we're 10 points off the top. We're our striker, our main striker, our number 9 this season, Anthony Martial, has 4 Premier League goals. We've brought in a 34-year-old who's got, I think, 9. So if you come in and give us 30 goals, we're right up there.
Yeah.
We're winning a title, or we're winning something, or we're challenging for it at the very least. You're right in the middle of it, and you could be the difference. And that might appeal to him. Because you still, if United were 8th, or, well, we were Arsenal, I know we won't go to Arsenal anyway because they haven't got the money and he's a Spurs player, but if we were well off the top, like we were last season, 33 points off the top, and you go, come and join us and we'll catch them, you'd be like, no, that's not happening.
That's daft, that,
yeah. But you might be able to convince him, like, look, if you came here, that could be, just the sort of catalyst we need to take that next step up and win trophies. I just don't know. I just don't know if we'll go for it. I think the only way I can possibly see us getting Harry Kane, and it's very slim, I'm not saying it's going to happen, is if we play a bit of chicken with Daniel Levy to the end of the window when he's thinking, right, no one's coming in for him here, I'm not getting the money I want. He's 28. If I wait another year, he's going to be obviously 29. So I'm going to get less for him.
28 to 29, yeah.
That's not how factions work, mate. You don't understand. Are you thick? He's closer to 29 than he is 28, yeah. And that might say, okay, 85 million quid now, or potentially less. Maybe that is the only way I can possibly say it. And that's so many caveats there that he's...
And maybe, look, Spurs are going to replace him, and you know what I mean? Maybe they look at Anthony Martial. Does Martial fit in at Spurs as the kind of player that's...
Me and Joe were talking about this, and Joe was saying,
seem like a
it's Spurs player, innit?
He's such a Tottenham player. I love it. I think there's some very good things about Anthony Martial.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Anthony
Martial.
I wouldn't kick him out the door. But I think Martial to Spurs and Kane the other way is a very, very good deal. I seen
your tweet today. Do you think that can happen?
The only thing is Daniel Levy, in all this, will want to get a bargain to replace that. That's my only thing. And if he gets 70 million quid and Anthony Martial, still a lot of money.
If you do that, right, if you swap Anthony Martial and give Spurs 70 million quid, I think even after the season has, I think Martial is still a 60 million,
I think so, yeah.
Player dripping wet through. Even with the season, he's still only relatively young. He still had a season last season where he scored 23 goals, and he's not like a poor footballer. He's a very good footballer.
I wouldn't want to. I still want to see him.
If you're Daniel Levy, you could sort of promote that as a £130 million transfer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not.
All right, so it's happening. We've convinced ourselves it can happen.
There you go. Me and Baggers have worked it out for you.
Look, I don't know. It's a normal one with Harry Kane. It's strange that he's just come out and said it last night. It coming out towards the end of the season.
Do you know what I think might have done it?
Go on.
If you're Harry Kane, right, you look at Jamie Vardy. He's won the Premier League and now he's just won the FA Cup. Right? Neither of you have won anything with England. No. So you won the gold boot in the World Cup by scoring a load of penalties against Tunisia and Panama. Well done. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got an MBE. Fucking Marcus Rashford gets them for breakfast. Yeah. It's like, when it comes to the end of your career, what have you got to show for it? You've got less than a guy that was playing non-league 8 years ago, or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? And I just wonder whether things like that play on his mind, because he must look around. He must see players who play for City sporadically, strikers who are not in his class, not even proper strikers, picking up trophies regularly. Do you know what I mean? And like potentially this season could do a treble. Even Chelsea could win the Champions League this season. Timo Werner, who's had one of the worst seasons of any player ever,
could be a
Champions League winner in 2 weeks' time. And yet Harry Kane's sat there watching it, and he's got 2 finals to his name. And third in a 2-horse race in the Premier League.
He's even got close to scoring a goal in the final, hasn't
No.
he? He's not even...
He weren't even fit for the Champions League,
No.
was he? That was a fucking joke.
I don't know. There's also, like I said, there's all sorts of things going on. There's a lot of things to be looking at. I don't know.
This is someone's saying this bag is what do you reckon is? I love all this because it'll never happen, but I love the fact people say it. Jesse Martial and 30 mil for Kane is a good deal, says Mujahid Hussein.
If it could work, it would, but I just don't see it happening. I just don't see that's a lot of things to happen.
Koth Mike says he was our top scorer last year. Short memory, I said that. I said he's a 23 goal season last season. People, he's still
Kane
worth something.
He's up there. You've got Lewandowski and Kane and maybe Haaland up there are the best striker. Harry Kane's the best finisher in the world. He's up there with one of the best finishers in the world.
I think you're right.
You just if it's one of them. I think the one thing is, if Fergie was still at United, Harry Kane would have been there 2 years ago. I think in my mind, Harry Kane, best in class, English striker, comes to Manchester United a couple of years ago. I think it's done. I think it's not even a thought. I think he'd just do it. I think the way that he got Wayne Rooney in, the way that he even got best in class in sort of Robin van Persie and Berbatov, and even like the likes of Louis Saha, anyone scoring goals that from a team like Tottenham, you just go, him, Man United, done.
Yeah.
That would have been done before. And I think that people have always said he looks like a Manchester United number 9. It looks like he would fit in there. I'd like to see Manchester United. Whether it happens, I don't know. Anthony Martial, I like him as a player. I think he's done well. I think there's a lot of good things about him. I think his close control and stuff fits how Ollie wants to play in and around the box. But if it's a choice of Anthony Martial or Harry Kane, you have to go for Harry Kane. There's no choice of that. I think there's a lot of people talked about as well. We've just given Cavani a new deal. Why was that? I said, we'll get them both. If you're going to beat Manchester City,
Cavani just missed 9 games out of 10.
If you're going to beat Manchester City, get them both.
He was injured for like a month and a half.
The only way you can win on all 4 fronts, which is what Ollie wants to do, you've seen that how he's done it. He's played strong teams in near enough every competition. Is you've got to have a squad to do it, and you can't do that by saying we've already got someone there. We're paying him loads of money.
Listen, we all loved him and he was super cute, but we had Odi Nagalo starting an FA Cup semi-final, and he shouldn't have been.
No. Do
you know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't have been. And I know I bought into it, and I did, and I love the kid and his Insta and all that stuff, and the fact he was a massive United fan.
He was a bit poo though, wasn't
he? He just wasn't. He wasn't a Premier League standard striker. No. And I'm not. I know people are going to hate me for that because
he filled the gap for that time. He did the job.
And if I saw him, I'd beg him for a selfie because he's lovely. But we have to be realistic about what his level was and why we ended up with him. And that's that sort of thing we've done. Edinson Cavani, fantastic. Yes, great striker. Can you rely on him for 50 games a season? No. We've just seen him miss a month and a half of the season. Do you know what I mean? We have to be realistic. We have to be sort of, not wrap him in cotton wool, but be cautious with him a little bit. Yes, Mason comes in. Yes, Anthony Martial comes in. But Mason often plays on the right. Anthony Martial, there's still sort of question marks about his longevity and what's going on in terms of his form and how happy he is about being rotated. I still think he's got a future at United. But is there room for a Harry Kane? Fucking course there is.
We had in 2007, we had Tevez. We had Rooney and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
We bought Carlos Tevez.
Mate.
We had him for 2 seasons. And we had that.
Go on.
And then we bought Dimitar Berbatov with them still there. We just kept building. And that was when we didn't have any money, apparently. And they're the things we had. We had still, when we bought Rude, you had the likes of Solskjaer was still there. Andy Cole was still there. Dwight York was still back. And then you just went, we've got the best striker there in Van Nistelrooy. We have to sign him. And whilst Van Nistelrooy was there, he was like, there's Wayne Rooney there. We have to sign Wayne Rooney. I think Harry Kane's in that bracket of, if you can get him, you have to sign him.
Sorry. I almost missed it. Peter Kelly, thanks for your support, Peter. He's a great supporter of the channel. I'd be careful talking about Martial going out of the club. Even if it's for Kane, with Adam McKola around, you might get a slap. You're not wrong. Maka loves Anthony Martial like I love my favourite child.
He's not going to argue, though, if you can get Harry Kane and lose Martial, you've got me.
You don't know Maka. Off camera, he will.
He will do. It'll be great for
he'll do his favourite one is you lot. You lot never rate Martial. What? As I'm still chanting his name next to
I
it.
like Martial.
I
think he's very, 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 very good.
Have we got those predictions, Producer Cam?
Yeah, but team news is out. You're too late. We'll do it after
team news.
All right, sorry. Team news is out.
In a minute.
In a minute.
Right, we'll do team news. We'll have a bit of reaction. Then we'll go to your score predictions. And then we'll hear from Ian Sterling as well from Must. He's outside Old Trafford, so we caught up with him. Because obviously tonight, fans are back in Old Trafford. Fans, in Old Trafford for the first time since McTominay.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Can't believe it's taken this long.
Unbelievable. Absolute scenes.
Have we got a Manchester United team? It should be out any second now. Let's have a look. They usually...
9, 8.
We're getting a countdown.
We've got
from
5,
producer
4... It's already out, I can see it. Don't worry about that.
Go on.
Right, here is the team for Manchester United versus Fulham. And I think this is pretty close to my team that I went for, you know.
Look at me, I predicted the team.
But no, it's not. No, it's not.
I play golf.
No. David De Gea in goal. Is
Fuck
this
off.
the last time he plays at Old Trafford?
He got that right, you said, didn't you?
Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. Victor
Controversial.
Lindelof, Axel Twanzebe and Luke Shaw.
Two hands, and
And McFred midfield.
Oh, good. Well,
We
he
then-
deserves another start.
He does deserve another start. He's playing well, the lad. Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba and Edison Cavani. There is no Marcus Rashford.
And I'll tell you why I'm happy about that. I love Marcus Rashford. It's because he needs fucking rest.
He does need a rest.
Is he on the bench? Go on.
He is on the bench. This is the bench for Manchester United. Dean Henderson in goal. Eric Bailly.
In goal? Oh, I thought he was
On the bench in goal.
Well,
The
they have
goalkeeper.
goals on the bench?
Yeah, he wears his gloves all the way
Wow,
through.
that is amazing.
Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, Brandon Williams, Juan Mata, Nemanja Matic, Donny van der Beek, Ahmad and Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes, captains Manchester United, player of the season. Bruno Fernandes, fans
He's
player
having
of
a
the
bit of a
season.
day, isn't he?
Captains Manchester United. So, a couple of changes there from the last game we played. Obviously, Dean Henderson drops out from when we played Liverpool and De Gea comes in. Twanzebe comes in for Eric Bailly. They come off Eric Bailly last week, whether that's an injury or whether it's just he's played a lot and also maybe Ollie's just rotating that a little bit. Fred and McTominay stay in midfield. I know there'll be a lot of people going, how has Fred kept his spot? But I think this is the thing is, who else are you going to play? You've got to completely change the system in order to drop Fred out of that team. Mason Greenwood starts on the right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes in the 10. Paul Pogba in that left-hand side position. And give it to Edison Cavani. Starts in front of fans at Old Trafford.
Fantastic. Go on then, give us the Fulham team.
Let's find the Fulham team.
In fact, you can
for
probably do it from memory because you know Fulham quite
I know
well,
Fulham
don't
really well.
You know their starting eleven.
Areola in goal. Reem, Toshin, Adarabiavo.
How long do you think it is before Ronaldo makes his tit joke about Areola?
About 32 seconds.
I give him one tweet before he does it. Right, sorry, go on.
Brian, Carvalho, Reed, Lamina. Remember when Lamina was coming to United?
No, when he started tweeting like he was.
He did start tweeting like he was coming to United.
I've decided I want to play for Manchester United Football Club, so I'm going
Well.
to act like there's a deal happening.
De Cordova, Reed, Luckman, Anguissa and Cavallero is the Fulham team. On the bench for them is Magia. Everyone knows him from the Sunderland Till I Die documentary when he went to Marseille. Remember that one? You watched them?
Is he the one that was banging in all the goals?
Yeah, and then Marseille came in and went, we'll have him.
Yeah, and why did they sell him?
Because they had to. Because his agent was like, you've either going to... It was madness. It was honestly madness.
That was, yeah, go on.
Adoy, Onuma, Hector, Rodak, Loftus-Cheek, Ola Aina, Anderson and Tete. Loftus-Cheek, who all Chelsea fans were saying how good he is on the bench.
Yeah, producer Cam. You saying Loftus-Cheek was like the best player ever, and now he's on the bench for Fulham, mate. Producer Cam saw his first ever Chelsea goal at Stamford Bridge, and after he scored it, he ran over to producer Cam and gave him a kiss, and the match ball as well.
He did. And
even
then
though
he
he
said,
wasn't allowed
do
to
you
give
know
the
Joey
match ball
Barton as well?
it wasn't. Hang on a minute. So Erland Lenny, in the super chat says, be a good summer window if we get a swap deal for Martial for Kane and Lingard for Rice. Would be, but I don't think it'll happen. Should we go and have some predictions? Have you got them ready to
We've got
go?
some predictions. Now that team is in, let's have a see of what you guys at home and a few familiar faces have said.
Hello, it's Ronaldo. We're back with another prediction, and it's for the Fulham game this evening, and we've got 2 games left before the Europa League final. And I think after the hiccups of late and the disappointing week that we have had results-wise, I think we need to start picking up a little bit more momentum going into that game, because Villarreal in the La Liga are picking up a little bit of form, and we don't want to slip up, in the final we've got this season. So I think we need to put Fulham away. They're already relegated, haven't really got anything to play for, but they've got pride and nothing to lose. I think United need to capitalise on that and try and put these away, because we really, really should get the win comfortably, and I believe we will. And I think 2-0 win, push on to next week, hopefully beat Wolves again. And then onto the Europa League final, where hopefully United don't let us down.
What's good, guys? My name's John from the United Way. This is the Paddock Matchday predictions. Manchester United face Fulham. But before we jump into that, as I usually do, make sure, if you're new, that you've subscribed to the Stretford Paddock. Secondly, if you're sat in the chat right now and you already haven't, hit that like button. I will wait. Yeah, so we're going to go with a 3-1 win over Fulham today. I feel that Edison Cavani and Greenwood will get on the score sheet. We will cement second place, have back-to-back Champions Leagues anyway, first time since Sir Alex Ferguson. Baby steps, it's an accomplishment, and as long as we can go out and win the Europa League, then we can say that Ollie is better than Jose. I could say so.
James here for Stretford. Paddock United are in action tonight then against Fulham, and it's a bit of an odd one this. I don't really think there's much to play for. I think the return of fans again is probably going to be the more important talking point. So they're really good to see fans back in Old Trafford tonight. Hopefully they're going to be making their voices heard about the Glazers, and I'd like to say that people that are going tonight, they aren't less of a fan for going and supporting the club. I think we've all got to stick together now if we're going to actually get rid of the Glazers, and I don't really like the criticism that's aimed at people going today because it's their decision and you've got to respect that. But back to today, it could be an interesting game. I mean, Fulham might actually pose a bit more of a threat considering they're already relegated. There isn't that quite pressure on them as much as there used to be, and because United as well have already secured a top 4 spot realistically, I'm not sure how the game's actually going to play out. So I think both teams might sit back a bit. I'm not sure what side United are going to put out. They might rest a few more players looking ahead to next week in Poland. So I'm not sure how this game could play out. I think United should definitely get a result, though they've got more about them to beat Fulham, as we've seen earlier on the season. So I'm going to say a comfortable 2-0 win to United.
Feck-a-doodle-doo, Stretford Paddock, Spanner here from the United Forever podcast, and this is my score prediction versus wafer thin Fulham. Now, I think that we're going to win just by 1 goal, a cheeky goal by Spider Wan-Bissaka. He's got 1 already this season, and I think he's going to be the man of the match. So, let's have it, boys. Viva El Paddock.
Hi guys, Liam here coming in with my prediction for the Stretford Paddock Matchday Watchalong against Fulham. I'm expecting an interesting side to be played against Fulham. I'm expecting the regulars of Fernandes, Wan-Bissaka, Rashford, players that we don't usually see rest and play, but I do expect to see Ollie rotate the squad a little bit. I expect to see the likes of maybe Tellez, Van der Beek, Dan James, maybe all given a bit of a run out, because I think there's a fine line at the moment between wanting to get results to build up momentum towards the Europa League final, but at the same time keeping the squad kind of both fit but also safe from potentially losing people to injuries like we lost Maguire a week or 2 ago. So there's obviously that risk of, if you do want to play a strong side and get results, you might risk injuries, but at the same time you don't want to just put out, a whole bunch of academy players and risk obviously taking the loss. So I think we'll see a bit of a split side. I think we'll see some rotation, but I do think we'll see a lot of the key players still playing against Fulham. But I do expect a 1-1 draw for United.
Hiya, it's Liam here. This is my matchday prediction for Manchester United versus Fulham. After disappointing back-to-back defeats against Leicester and Liverpool, I'll be hoping that this game will get back to winning ways and start some good form before the Europa League final next week against Villarreal. And another boost for this game is that there's fans back. Villa Reds are back at Old Trafford, 10,000 of them, and hopefully that'll give the players a boost. So I think we will win 2-0. I'm going to go for a different goal scorers tomorrow. I think I'm going to go for Rashford. I'm going to go for an unlikely one that I haven't said before, Scott McTominay, if he plays. So, yeah, I think we're going to win 2-0. Oh, it's going to be good to see fans back at Old Trafford, which I haven't seen for over a year, and hopefully this will give us a boost before next week's Europa League final, and hopefully Harry Maguire will be back for that as well. So, come you Reds.
Manchester United are playing Fulham at Old Trafford. It's the first match at Old Trafford where Manchester United fans are back at the ground, which is very good to see. Man United need to win to establish second place. They couldn't come at a good time because it's a Fulham side who are relegated. We should beat them, but I reckon they will give it a go. They're playing for pride. My score prediction for the game, I'm going for 2-0 Manchester United. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock. Come on, United.
Morning, Reds. My Matchday prediction for tonight's match is Fulham is a 3-1 win. Let's beat them and put some good form going into that.
Paddock Matchday, Notch here. First of all, a massive thank you to Paddock FC for all the entertainment, the ups, downs, lefts and rights of their journey and top-level docs this season. The Rose Cup is over, but it's only the start. Go and order their new merch as it comes out this summer, even the boy caps. Once again, we're wondering if this game will go ahead. I mean, it's virtually a friendly, but a win will secure second, so I don't think we quite need to call on Bob Notchhouse this time. But I was at Old Trafford in 2003 to watch Fulham's only win there. Cristiano Ronaldo had a stinker and got substituted, and all around me we were going, no, he's not going to amount to much, this boy. Let's give the fans tonight something to cheer about. They're finally back at the stadium. A 2-0 win and a brace for El Matador. And everyone give Adam Patterson a wave if you see him, because he's there. Hello, Adam. Bet Mitz is jealous. Trust the Notchster.
Hey, he's great stuff in the old Santa Notch.
He is.
Thanks for everyone. Low. Yes, I like it. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who sent in a match prediction. If you want to send one in, a score prediction, for the next game, which is on Sunday and is against Wolves
away.
Wolves.
Last game of the Premier League season.
Hey, it's got an absolute mouth-watering 0-0 written all over it.
We love a 0-0. paddockmatchday@gmail.com. We do love a 0-0 against Wolves, don't we?
I'm sick of playing Wolves. Remember when we played them like every week?
It was no good.
It was horrible, and then Marcus got injured. And then we went and bought that guy from Portugal, fucking Bruno Fernandes. It was shite.
To replace Marcus Rashford.
It was just rubbish, wasn't it? So do get involved. Send your score predictions for that. Let's get as many in as we can, because it's the last game of the season, well, the Premier League season. Obviously, we've got the small amount of the Europa Cup final.
Let me read this out, sorry. Just
Europa
had a
League
text from Adam Patterson, who's at the game.
Ooh,
Ollie's just walked
game.
in past the fans, pumping fists in the air with the whole crowd chanting, Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Fucking buzzing, mint.
That's what it's about, innit? Fucking buzzing, mint.
That's what Adam Patterson has just said.
They've got a screen up as well. Someone just sent me a picture as well. I think they've got a screen.
That's only taken a few years to get.
In front of one of the, I think it's in front of the family stand or something. So obviously he's having a whale of a time, and I'm sat here with you. Only joking. I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be.
Apart from Old Trafford.
Yes. Tell you who is at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Alex Bagley. Ian Sterling from Manchester United Supporters Trust.
Yes.
We spoke to him about an hour ago. Should we see what he had to say for himself?
Let's
have a little chat with him.
It's great to see. It's great to see Old Trafford busy. Not as busy as we'd like to see it, quite obviously, but even having 10,000 fans back in the stadium today, we've got a message that we want to send out. The protest has to continue inside the stadium in terms of people being able to display their banners that we're handing out today, and wear the scarf. Send the owners the message that we want to see change, and that's what today is about.
What are your thoughts on the sort of pre-match atmosphere? Does it feel strange?
I think, I think it's going to feel strange for people. I mean, it's not a normal match day, is it? A lot of routine for United fans is in the pub, meet up with mates, get to the ground. Your more traditional support might get in, 5, 10, 15 minutes before. There's allotted times for people to go in today, so that's a little bit more difficult. It isn't a normal match day, but listen, after people missing out for the past 14 months, to be able to make it in for the final game of the season, I'm sure they're really pleased about that.
So that was Ian Sterling. Big shout out to him, friend of the channel, doing some good stuff with the Manchester United Supporters Trust as well. Get a little bit of stick, don't you, in Manchester United Supporters Trust, because they have to have a dialogue with the club, and people don't like that. But you can't have it both ways, and they have given the club some ultimatums, and hopefully, he says Joe Glazer is going to meet with the fans forum, of which Must is a part of. Yep. So hopefully we'll get some answers. But this momentum, these protests, this campaign, whatever you want to call it, isn't going to go away with Joe Glazer coming on a Zoom call. He needs to do more than that, doesn't he?
Like everyone said, there needs to be actions, there needs to be things happening. He's promised all these things, they've answered back. They have done an answer to the letter that had been sent, but it was kind of, we will try to, we will do, we will try, we'll try. It's let's do it.
He tried, and he tried.
I seen a picture today, someone said it under the video United put out saying 436 days since we've been in the stadium. Someone just put a picture on of the stands rusting, and you're like, well, could you not painted these?
Mate, do you know what?
And you're just like, that's such a basic thing that could have been done.
The thing for me was, think it was Paul Hurst from the, I want to say the Telegraph, but it might be the Times. I can't remember. Forgive me, Paul, because he's been on the channel. In the press box at United, with water, rain dripping through the press box onto the plugs. And you're like, the one set of people, even if you don't give a shit about the fans, which obviously don't, you may want to impress is the press, is the media. You might want to make them think that everything's all right. So the fact they're sat there getting rained on because the ground's falling apart isn't a good look for you. And it is pretty hard to continue that narrative that we are investing in the club, we do care about the club, we do look after the stadium when it's falling apart on top of the press. I'm not saying we should all look after the press, the special. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it indicates how far this club has gone, how far we done fell, as Bunk Molan said.
Like Gary Neville's even started, he's admitted he stayed quiet for a long time, but even he said, look, now you're in the stadium and I'm coming in as Sky Sports and stuff, and you can just see the places we have to go to and all this kind of stuff is nowhere near the level of any other club of some of the clubs in the country, and we should be the best out there. And it's not just because we've got more fans in the stadium than anyone else. It needs to be the best stadium, and they've just not invested in that. Forget the investment into the team and all this kind of stuff that people say, oh, well, he spent money. Just look at the spend into the stadium and all that kind of stuff. They haven't done anything.
I'm just going to go through some of the comments because a lot of people just, there's some match predictions. Tillicum Tim says 2-1 United, Glenn F says 4-1. Jay Benton says 3-0 to score a brace. Then there's people talking about, obviously, transfers. John Kelly says sell Henderson with a buyback clause. We don't need him now. I'm not sure about that one, mate. I think he's going to start next season. Other people talking about the Glazers. There was a great comment. Let me, if I can find it. That just said about, there's Frank McPherson says, the Glazers don't paint and repair. What about the operations manager? He was given the money to do this job and didn't do it, just saying. I don't think he was. I don't think the operations manager's kept the money and just not done it. I think there's not been the money given to whoever's in charge of it.
There's not something else at Old Trafford that is better. Well, the only thing, I tell you what it is, they've built some fancy new corporate boxes and things like that. They put money into there.
This is what I was looking for. Sorry, Stephen United says, how about getting on a plane and get himself to Manchester and explain to the fans face the bell ends? I think he's referring to the Glazers, not the fans there. Yeah. No, I agree. I'd love them to come and meet us. They won't, though. No. I mean, let's not forget, Joe Glazer did that apology, didn't he? That I still don't think he's read, let alone wrote. And then there was a fans forum meeting a few days later, and he wasn't on that call. No, that's your opportunity to say, listen, I care about the fans, I give a toss, right, there's a call in 2 days, I'll be on it. No, he sent Ed Woodward, who's dead man walking, because he's leaving at the end of the year, to do it instead. It's just a load of bollocks. Go on, I'll let you go through the team again. You can see it on the graphic on the screen, but Baggins is going to run through it in case you can't see the screen for
Manchester United's team. In goal for Manchester United is David De Gea. Big question is the last time we'll see David De Gea at Old Trafford? Is that him done? What do you reckon it is?
Yeah, I think that's his last.
It's his last game.
That's
at
his
Old
swan
Trafford.
song.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, Victor Lindelof, Axel Tuanzebe replaces Eric Bailly. Obviously, Harry Maguire still out. Doubts of him making the Europa League final. Luke Shaw at left back, McTominay and Fred in midfield. People obviously not too happy about Fred keeping his place after that Liverpool performance. Mason Greenwood on the right hand side. Bruno Fernandes captains the team in the number 10, and Paul Pogba on the left. And we've got Edison Cavani starting up front for Manchester United.
More important announcements. Adam McKola is in the building.
He is here.
I have my eyes now.
My eyes aren't dreaming.
You've been here for ages. You're not even come and see me and Baggers. Been upstairs with them lot, with them pen pushers. You're down here. Never mind the bourgeoisie. You're part of the proletariat, son. Sorry, go on.
And this, we'll go through the bench for Manchester United. Nemanja Matic, Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, Ahmad, Donny van der Beek, Juan Mata, Dean Henderson, Marcus Rashford and Brandon Williams on the bench for Manchester United.
Very nice.
Going through the Fulham
Strong.
Team.
Yeah, go on. You can go through the Fulham team because I know you love pronouncing the names.
And
I want all the squad, not just the starting 11.
We've got Areola in goal.
What a shit.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Ream, Adarabioyo, Brian, Carvalho, Reed, Lamina, Cordova-Reid, Lookman, Anguissa and Cavallero as the Fulham team. Josh Maja, Adoy, Onama, Hector, Rodak, Loftus-Cheek, Olo Aina, Anderson and Tete on the bench for Fulham. There you go.
Went into full big Shaq mode then, eh? Well done, mate. Yeah. Yes. Get involved in the comments. Let us know. Now you know the teams. You know the Fulham team, if you care. You know the Manchester United team. There are some fans there. Is that going to make a difference? What do you think the score's going to be? Do you fancy us for this one? Are we up for it? I mean, Fulham, who were already relegated.
Yeah.
I mean, we've not been great. We've lost the last 2 home games. We need a result. We need a performance. You don't want to be going into Europa League on the back of 3 home losses.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And a 0-0 at Wolves, which is, I think, what it's going to be. We need to just beat these today. We need to beat them convincingly. And there's certain players who actually might have something to play for there because, you know, if you're Axel Tuanzebe and Harry Maguire isn't fit for the final, are you giving the manager something to think about?
I think that's the...
If you're Fred who's under a bit of pressure and you put in a performance today that sort of reminds the manager you're not a disaster, is that your place in the final cemented?
Yeah.
All the front 4, I mean, you know, I don't see Bruno Fernandes or Paul Pogba being dropped, but they might be wanting to stake a claim into what position they play.
Yeah.
Edinson Cavani, is he going to say, like, listen, I'll be fighting fit for the final? And Mason as well. So it's like there's a few players who might just think, right, you know what, I can't take this for granted. Got a bit of something to show.
We can as well tonight guarantee second spot. I think near enough guarantee it. We've got if we win tonight, that puts us on 73 points, which will be 7 points ahead of Leicester City. They've only got 2 games to play. So
if we win tonight, we're second.
We're second. Which, look, for as much as people are saying, it doesn't really matter if second's the first loser kind of thing. It's a little bit of on paper progress from last season. We've gone from 3rd place to 2nd place.
Wouldn't it be funny if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finished in the same position this season as Mauricio Pochettino? Nah, just
and he was with that team PSG that should win.
Because they're not looking too great, are they, PSG? It's like
getting down to the last
game, innit?
1 point behind.
Yeah, 1 point behind. And
I hope Lille do that.
I think Lille have got, is it Rons? Lille have got, I think they've got a mid-table team.
Yeah,
I'm
hoping so.
I mean, I don't really care.
So that'll also mean if they win.
But the amount of grief we used to get on here for defending Ole or even saying we thought give him a bit more time.
Do you know what that'll mean next season?
From the Pochers.
If Lille win that, Angel Gomez, Champions League football next season.
Tailor-made for him to come back to Old Trafford in the Champions League and volley an own goal into the top bins to see us through to the final. Good lad, Angel. Get involved in the comments, let us know what you think. Tez Bez says 3-0 all day. Paul GG says, can't play Van der Beek against a relegated team, ? Yeah, I mean, there's a case to be made that maybe this could have been a game for him, but for whatever reason, Ollie's sort of been a bit cautious with old Donny in this season. We haven't seen a lot of him starting. No. He has played a lot of games, more often than not off the bench, and more often than not when he has played, he's willed in the cup games and stuff like that. Yeah, he could have played there. Anthony Jarvis says, Jane Alex, City team bus is parked 20 metres from me and no security. Any requests?
Can't do that, can we? We can't do any requests.
Yeah, listen, I would never ever tell anyone to go and take shit on the fucking City team bus because that'd be bang out of order.
No, can't do that.
No. Ratchet says Donny's average, stop crying. Oh, okay. And then Rex says Donny's Van der Beek is League One quality. I mean, there's a big debate going on about Donny Van der Beek. I think the way to settle it is to see him play for Manchester United and then we can decide.
Yeah.
Jagan JK say, is Adam there? Yes, he is. He's sat in the corner there. Don't you worry. He's over there. Your creepy uncle says, will we see a second string team against Wolves with only 3 days between Wolves and the final? Listen, that's his name. I'm not. That's his. Yeah, his name's Trevor. Do you think that Ollie would do that? Rest his team for the Wolves game? Because if we cement second place today, then there's literally nothing to play for against Wolves, and then you've got the Europa League final 3 days after the Wolves game. Does it not make sense to just say you can have the night off, or do you think they need a bit of match practice?
I think it'll be a mixed bag. I think depends. I think you'll see the likes of, I think Bruno will play because he likes to play every game of football. I think you'll probably rotate a couple of people in. But yeah, I think tonight he's put probably our strongest team out. Obviously Marcus Rashford getting a bit of a rest maybe, but this is near enough one of our strongest teams. I think he wants to put a bit of a show on with the fans back at Old Trafford and has kind of said, look, we've had obviously a couple of bad results, let's win this one. And then, the last day of the season, away at Wolves, doesn't really matter at all, proper dead rubber of a game. I think, you'll see a lot more rotation. You might see the likes of Juan Mata get a game, you might see the likes of Donny van der Beek start. I think that will probably be the case at Wolves.
The only way I think you make this team, other than the injuries, of course, Harry Maguire, and maybe the goalkeeper, stronger, is if you were to put Pogba alongside either McTominay or Fred, and then bring Marcus in.
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't think there's a lot that you can change from this, and I think that, even that is a bit like, well, you're moving Pogba out of a preferred position to accommodate Marcus, but I think you look at the numbers that Marcus brings, you've got to get him in there. And Ollie's not going to play him in the final. I'm not going to drop him for the final. This is not going to happen.
No, I think
not a chance.
I think the only argument is it's going to be Mason or Cavani for the final. I think Bruno, Pogba and Rashford have pretty much
I would
got
love
the
us to just play the one holding midfield. I know that's technically holding. And put. I
don't see it. I think it's going to be McTominay.
I think it'll be McFred.
I think it's going to be. I think it is, and I think
he's going to stick to what he knows, isn't he?
Yeah,
and I think that'll be it.
The thing the big question is centre half, who's going to be fit. I think the other question is Cavani or Mason, who he fancies the other day. But I think it'll probably be Cavani, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it might end up being Mason that misses out, but we'll wait and see anyway. Isaac Hobson's in the Super Chat says, can't lose to Wolves or we lose the away record.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Could be a very good big 0-0, though. Very boring
0-0. We keep the away record, like Arsenal style of just drawing it. A few people saying about, little Buko, who it looks like he started drinking early. I think he started drinking during CBeebies or something. He says, got a feeling Freddie's got to score a very rare goal today. That'd be 2 in a month, that wouldn't it, or whatever it was. When was the Spurs game, about 5 weeks ago or something? Yeah. You'll never know. Stranger things have happened, although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 says, little Bucko, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong. In a minute, in 5 minutes, you're going to hear from Adam McKola. He's going to be telling you what he thinks about all this. And he's got some insight into the Harry Kane rumours as well.
Has he? I think that's news to him.
he's got an exclusive. He's just been on the phone there getting the full 411 here. Yeah. He's got a connection who's got Harry Kane's number, so he's just been... Yeah, so 5 minutes to the Adam McKola Harry Kane exclusive. So don't go anywhere there. You're going to be hearing from him. You're going to be hearing from Andy Tate as well. Andy Tate's got a Jadon Sancho exclusive for you. And Joe Smith. Joe Smith just arrived.
What exclusive has Joe Smith got?
Joe Smith's got...
nice jumper, Joe.
Oh, he's got a lovely jumper on. That's what he brings to the table.
Yeah.
So we'll be going over to them in a minute. Do hit that like button as well. There's over 2,300 of you watching. Let's get some likes in. Manchester United fans back at Old Trafford for the first time in 436 days, is it?
436 days.
436 fucking days. And we will be hearing from some of those fans after the game as well. So make sure you're staying with us throughout the game for the watch along with McKola, Joe Smith and Andy Tate. After the game for a bit of post-match reaction from people down at the ground. We have fan cams back. Actual fan cams at Old Trafford. It's amazing, isn't it? It seems like a distant memory. So make sure you're checking that out as well. And also, if you are at the game and you're watching this on your phone, some people might be.
Never know.
Give us a shout, yeah. We have been getting people sending who we know, sending us some pictures. We've been putting on socials.
Yeah.
So you can see a little bit of what's going on in the ground. You can see outside as well. There's always a large police presence on a match day, but obviously with what's gone on, it feels a little bit extra, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And especially the fact you've not got as many fans there as normal when you have fans. Mm-hmm. So it just feels a little bit odd. Sam Stevenson in the chat says, think Dave is back in nets to say goodbye to the fans. That's what you were saying.
I think so.
Dino will most likely be back in nets on Sunday against Wolves. Hashtag Dave saves at Chris Reimer. You were saying this, weren't you, the other day on the preview? You were saying you thought that David De Gea was going to get a game today because it'd be his chance to say ta-ra to the fans.
I think it's whether that decision's been made or not. I think this is probably in the back of all his mind that that's a possibility. I don't think
David De Gea is going to stay next season unless he's number one.
I just don't think
he's not going to play second fiddle to Dean Henderson.
I don't think he's going to stay. I'm afraid. I think that's him.
Let us know what you think about it anyway. Get involved in the comments. What you think the score's going to be. We saw some score predictions there before. You can give us them. Let us know what you think about the fact that loads of people again. He's always the man of the hour. Anyone me and you on? It's Donny van der Beek. Everyone's chatting about him. It's like
apart from when he started and wasn't very good through the week, and then it kind of went quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this because I just say this all the time, but I just need to see more of the guy.
I don't see more of him. I think he needs.
I saw a little bit of him for Ajax in the Champions League.
I know we do, and he's shit as well.
Yeah, but I've got an opinion on Fred. Adam McKola just said we see Fred every week and he's shit.
We do.
Well,
he's shit.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's.
It sounds like Adam McKolla's in a very good mood, by the way.
He's in a great mood. He's had a few nice tweets I've seen. He's all positive.
He's absolutely loving it.
He's
looking forward to seeing the McFred axis in that midfield. His mouth's watering.
Yeah. What he'd rather have is Fred out, and then it'd be Matic and McTominay, because I know that's his favourite midfield in there. He really loves that one.
He has to go with me. I picked that once in the preview, and he told me off. Steve Fletcher says, just had a long drive home listening to the lads, made the trip a laugh. Nice one. Appreciate that, mate. Safe trip and all that. James O'Brien says, Donny can't be worse than Fred. Connor Allen says, is it in a nothing game, Donny should have played. It's not quite nothing yet. Wolves is nothing.
Near enough nothing.
Yeah, it's almost nothing. Burhan Ather says, De Gea is better than Hendo. I wouldn't be confident with Hendo number one next season with De Gea sold. Don't worry about that. Apparently, we're buying Tom Eaton.
Top keeper.
Listen, I like Tom Eaton. Good lad. Not dissing him. But
but you think as well, like, who's been like the second choices of teams like this season? Tottenham have got Joe Hart. They've not used him. You don't need your second choice. You look at Chelsea. You've got like Kepa lad who can't catch a cold. Then who else have you got? You've got City. You've got their number 2, Scott Carson.
Scott Carson played the other day, didn't he, for the first time in about 4 years or something?
Did he save a penalty? And then they scored, but he did save the penalty at first. Am I dreaming things? So that was that. But at the same time, you're like, your second choice isn't that important. And I think that we've been in the luxury of having 2 good keepers at United for a long time.
Lee Grant and Sergio Romero.
Fantastic goalkeepers. We've had belting second choice keepers all the way through. I don't think it's that important.
No. Baggers thinks it's not that important. Anyway, what is important is Adam McKola's Harry Kane exclusive. So let's go over to Adam McKola. I was going to say Harry Kane. Adam McKola, Joe Smith, and that man Andy Tate. They're going to be taking you through for United against Fulham. Take it away to the lads.
Are we on? I'm Adam McKola. This is my Harry Kane exclusive. It's not happening.
Where have you got that from then, Mr. Exclusive? Oh, just up in your head? Head?
Just it's not happening.
Well, let's actually talk about this then. So
yeah,
the
so
news came out. Go on.
Let's talk about it. I know I was messing about there. Look, yesterday, we hear Harry Kane has handed in a transfer request. Except, it's not quite a transfer request. It's not an official, in writing, comunicado official, sent to Daniel Levy, saying, yo, Baldy, I'm off. It wasn't any of that. It was him relaying to Spurs in a meeting that I want to leave this summer.
Yep.
He did that last season, but apparently they persuaded him to stay for another year.
Yep.
And try and see what could happen with Jose Mourinho. But obviously, we've seen what happened there. We don't need to go into that. And now he thinks, I need to get out of here. I need to go and win trophies. We saw him at the end of the cup final looking dejected and upset and all those kind of things, as you usually would after a cup final. But it did feel different with Harry Kane this time around. Now, of course, as soon as you hear Harry Kane wants to leave, you think, is this rumours? Is it not? Because we hear this all the time. Harry Kane needs to leave to win trophies. And it's a big player. Do you know what I mean? One of, if not the best striker in the world, being available is a big story. But the fact that Spurs came out and released a statement which said, we're looking to focus on the rest of the season, didn't deny this, seems to me like there's something in it.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying to rock the boat with Harry Kane and say, oh, well, actually, he's not for sale at all.
No.
Which would be the move of someone that didn't want to sell. So it looks like it's true.
Yep.
If you take into consideration all those kind of things. As a result, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea are amongst those clubs interested. Mainly predominantly English clubs being linked. And maybe that's because of the goal scoring record, the Premier League record that Harry Kane wants. But you could also bring the PSGs into the mix. Real Madrid, Barcelona potentially. Now, what do you guys make of this? Because when I watch TV and I watch Sky and all these guys covering United and talking about United, they all say United need a number 9. Like, it's our main priority.
Yeah.
But me as a fan that watches United week in, week out, I see 2, maybe 3 other positions which are a priority now, especially with Cavani staying.
Yep.
So I don't feel like this move's going to happen. What do you guys think? Should United, A, go all out for him, and B, do you think we will go all out for him? I heard you kind of release a little bit of gas there. What was that noise?
It's just a sigh. I mean, you can't not look at it. I mean, I know we're growing. We've gone from third to second, and now we need to fill in positions to go for first. But you can, if you the growth of Mason, and if you brought Harry Kane in, it'd be 12-month delay. But with Cavani leaving the following summer, and if you've won a league title or a Champions League, you use the funds of the title win, the transfer chest, and you fill them gaps what required. I know we've got problems at defence and midfield, but you just cannot go past Harry Kane and it's like going past the shop window and go, bloody hell, that's all right, isn't it? But what do you do? It's like, oh, that's a bargain, isn't it?
Because it seems like a move that I think if Fergie was at the club 5 years ago, we get Harry Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, he's no longer and I kind of feel like it's mental that he's still there anyway. But if we get Harry Kane, let's say 120 million plus, we're not getting Sancho and that right winger. We're probably not getting the midfielder that we want, and we're probably not getting a centre back, or those targets will have to drop down a little bit. Now, is he worth that? I mean, he is the best striker in the world. Arguably, Lewandowski would have something to say about it.
I think we've got to go get him. I think we're in a position where I don't trust this club to buy Sancho and Ndidi or whoever, or Declan Rice and a centre-back anyway. I don't think we're going to get all those players regardless of whether Harry Kane's available. If he's available, he's the best striker in the Premier League. He's been the best striker in the Premier League for 5 years now. If he's available, we have to get him. And I know
Would the injuries worry you?
The injuries obviously are a concern, but he's 27. He's not 31. You know, he should still have a few good years left in him. And think of the other top strikers in the world. Other than Lewandowski, they all get injuries. Like Haaland, 21 years old. He's missed a couple of months this season as well.
There have been big injuries for Harry Kane every season.
Yeah, of course. And these ankle problems that, they can return and happen consistently throughout a career. But even with those injuries, he gets 30 goals a season. This season, I think he's got 18 assists or something ludicrous as well. He's developing into, one of the best attackers in the world, not just a goal scorer. If we want to be serious about winning things, not just do we get Harry Kane on the pitch, you show the rest of the world, the rest of England, we're still the team that when the best striker in the country becomes available, we go and get him. Like we did with Van Persie, like we've done in the past. I know it wasn't, the best striker in the country, but when we went and got Wayne Rooney, it was like, he is the hottest property in England, we're getting him. Van Persie, the same. Harry Kane now, the hottest property in England. We have to go and get him.
It's like Van Nistelrooy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He's there,
Is there a part of it that is we can't allow him to go to City, so therefore we need him? And should we be making decisions like that?
Well, I wouldn't make it off that back of that decision, because let's face it, if we get Kane, they're going to get someone else. They're not going to go, well, it's Kane or nothing for us. We ain't got any money. They'll get Haaland or they'll get Sancho.
Talking
back
about
or whoever.
Haaland.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to carry on talking about Kane in a bit, so sorry to cut you. But Haaland is also someone's name that pops up. Now, you'd imagine the price is roughly around the same. Let's, just for argument's sake, yeah? Like, I know you can probably get Haaland for cheaper next year and all that, but wouldn't it be more sensible to invest in Haaland than Kane? And I say this, I know there's a video out there, me saying, I want Kane. So I'm just literally asking the question. That's not my opinion. Like, I would obviously pick Kane, because I think it's proven, and there's still a little bit of me that thinks, is Haaland for real? Like, it feels too good to be true. Whereas Kane, we know, delivers week in, week out. Is there part of you that thinks, actually, we should wait for the more sensible choice would be to get the younger striker who would actually be around for maybe 5-10 years, depending on how long Raiola gets?
Look, other than Wayne Rooney, look at the attackers Manchester United have bought in the last 15 years. Even including Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie, Tevez, Berbatov, Lukaku. Not one of those players have stayed at Manchester United for more than 5 years. There's no point buying Haaland thinking he's going to be here from the age of 20 to the age of 34. That is not an advantage over Kane. Haaland won't
Wayne Rooney was, though.
That's it. Other than Wayne Rooney, that's what I started with. So Wayne Rooney was the exception there. But generally speaking, United don't keep attackers for 10 years. We keep them for 4 or 5 years, and then either they're going downhill by the end of that time, or we sell them. Lukaku was sort of stagnated, went to Inter Milan. Falcao, different thing. Van Persie was getting a bit older. But generally speaking, I don't think Haaland's going to come in and go, well, he was worth the extra money because he stayed from the age of 20 to the age of 30. I don't think that will happen. Okay. I think Harry Kane is a proven player. It's what you value more, proven ability or potential.
So you think we should go all out for Kane?
Yeah.
But what do you think will actually happen?
I think we'll dilly-dally. I think it'll be one of those where it's, City favourites for Kane, Chelsea favourites for Kane, United still interested. I think we might make a late push for him, and I think we'll probably leave it too late because, United aren't necessarily keen on spending this amount of money. And if we have to deal with Daniel Levy, we are already bad negotiators, and he's the king of getting the most money for decent players. So it's going to be a very difficult one to see happen. I don't think we'll go for Haaland either. But I think Kane's a more likely option. Next summer, yeah.
Even when I meant Haaland, I kind of meant next, because I don't see him leaving, especially now Dortmund have got Champions League football.
Yeah.
And Sancho is probably the one that would leave. Andy, again, you could criticise me for almost thinking Sancho's a cert. But I feel like if we got Kane, we wouldn't get Sancho. So if you had a choice out of Sancho and Kane, we've already discussed the Haaland bit. If we had a choice out of Sancho and Kane this summer, who do you get?
It's still Kane, because he just cannot turn something like that down, because he gets you goals. I mean, if you get to the last four of a Champions League semi-final, he can get you goals to get you to a final and win you a final. I mean, the three semi-finals from the season before, even this season, the semi-finals, is the difference between winning something or getting to a final. That's the difference. And look at Tottenham. Maybe Tottenham have started this themselves. Sacked Mourinho week before the cup final and put in a second-rate trainee manager. And you don't do that. And maybe that played on Harry Kane's mind that week.
I think regardless of who steps in, they could say we're getting
Tottenham shot
Zinedine
themselves in the
Zidane
foot.
tomorrow, and he'll be like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm off.
Yeah.
I think that's got to that point.
Maybe if Tottenham had kept Mourinho, they would have won the League Cup and finished fourth. You could have kept him and convinced him to stay. But I know. But it's Tottenham.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
And even that, I don't think he stays. I think it's come to that point now where he's like, I've given you guys too much and I haven't got anything in return. Sid jumps in with a super chat saying, lads, we have to get Jason Sanchez before any striker. How long are we going to play with no right winger? And to answer the question that I asked you guys, I would go for Sancho.
Really?
Seriously. The reason being is I think Ollie wants Haaland anyway. I think Haaland moves next summer. I think if you let City or whoever take Kane, I know it's City and they're balling, but they probably don't go after Haaland then the following summer, which may give you a free run at that or a freer run at that. And I just think getting that right winger, getting that DM, getting maybe a centre-back, which I would fear we wouldn't be able to do if we bought Kane for 120, 150 million, is more important to me. Because, yes, we've got Cavani for another year. And the thing with does it blow up in your face? I think there's less chance of that.
Yeah, I think there's just as big a chance of Haaland blowing up in your face.
Yeah.
Because if you go and pay 150 million for Haaland or whatever they're talking about, he could easily come to England, get a few injuries. Raiola's talking about him wanting to go as soon as he arrives, which is more than possible with Raiola and his history with Manchester United. He gets you 20 goals one season, 25 the next. He could get the same amount of goals and assists as Lukaku did. 27 one year, was it 13 the next season or 17 the next season? 23 and 17 I think it was. And have decent seasons, but still leave. We've seen I think has more in common with Lukaku, Haaland, in terms of his play style than he does to Kane. Kane is one of the great creators in English football. I think
he's more explosive.
Yeah, he's more explosive. He relies on getting in behind. He relies on first touch finishes. He's got a great left foot. All things Lukaku has. Harry Kane builds up play much better than those two players does. He's a great assister. He's got, I think, as many assists as Jadon Sancho this season. For me, you get another season out of Mason Greenwood on the right-hand side. You get a cemented striker for 2 or 3 years up front. Like I said, I wouldn't expect any of them to stay for 10 years, regardless of their age. I think a front three of Greenwood, Kane and Rashford is better next season than Sancho, Cavani and Rashford. I just think it is. And I think Cavani's very good, but Kane is another level.
Yeah. It sounds like... And if
I'm taking the right winger, you know. I don't know if it's mental. Because I see... Sorry to cut you off there. I'll let you finish now. No, I see Sancho contributing as many goals and assists to the team. Sorry, go on, Andy.
I mean, if you look at it, he's going to the Euros. He can talk to the United lads in the England camp. He'll talk to the City lads as well. And he'll know where he wants to go. I mean, they could be the
rumours are his likely destination or his preferred destination is City.
Fuck talk sport. You know what I mean? Fucking listen.
The day said, I don't know who.
The Athletic said they came out and said, I'm sure Talksport mentioned it as well, but they came out and said that it seemed as though, and again I don't know, I'm guessing this is from some inside information. It seemed as though the way he was talking to City players the last time they were in England, the feeling that they left the training ground with was he thinks he's coming to City, which is a separate thing because we've seen players think they go in one place and they end up somewhere else.
Yeah.
A point I wanted to raise. And this is the next step of this. This news came out yesterday. Today's news on this is Tottenham would be interested in a part transfer or a swap deal with
Gabriel
cash.
Jesus
there's
and Martial
two. Yeah,
and
so
all that.
if he's going to City...
See, I don't believe that.
Well,
I think
first of all, do you believe it? Second of all, would you want that?
Mate, you'd swap if Harry Kane's available. You swap.
So
any
let's
of
say
your strikers.
Martial and 50 million for Kane.
I'd give him Martial and Cavani for Kane.
Yeah.
Kane's the best striker in the world.
Yeah, maybe other than Lewandowski.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so whatever, but it's not true. I think that's just the Daily Mail going, oh, they've got 2 strikers.
Mate, this is what Tottenham did with Gareth Bale.
And Tottenham are going to go, we want all the money.
Yeah.
We don't want a Jesus, which is going to knock off 30 million. We want all the money. I genuinely think that would be the
Tottenham
case.
did that with Gareth Bale, didn't they? They got the 86 million and they reinvested it into that squad, and that squad came on. And
we are going to move on from this now, but final decisions. You obviously want Harry Kane. Where will Harry Kane be playing his football next season?
If I had to put my money on it, I would say Man City, but I think United need to do everything they can to get him ahead of anyone else. He's proven in the Premier League. He's arguably the best striker in the world, maybe only behind Lewandowski. No matter who's available, if Kane is available for what will be a cut price fee, now he's basically come out and said it, I think United have to go for it.
Michael saying Adam's got a hand in his Marshall FC membership. Listen, I didn't really say that. Go on.
I think he'd be at Chelsea because if he settled with his family in the south, he doesn't have to move house and he just joins.
Imagine if he does a Hazard. Chelsea beat City and he goes, I'm joining the Champions League winners. Do you remember when Hazard? Was it Hazard?
Yeah.
Did Hazard?
What do you reckon? Where's he going to be next season?
Something keeps... Poch will be sniffing around. And the fact that you're guaranteed... I know they're probably not going to win the league this season, although it's going to the last day. But the fact that you're guaranteed a league title, his injuries means he doesn't have to play week in, week out. And then he could just focus on the Champions League. But I do think there's part of him that wants that Shearer record. So therefore, I think a large bit of him will want to stay, especially if Real Madrid ain't interested. Real Madrid are probably the club that could make him go abroad. The Poch relationship makes me think the PSG one could happen rather than PSG. I think if he joins someone in England, it's City. I can't see it being Chelsea because of that. Spurs and Chelsea don't like each other. And I know he's not really a Spurs fan, but he professes to be now, so why would he do that?
So Campbell
and I think
went.
City, Spurs fans, if he joins City, Spurs fans will go, he's joining for trophies. Because it kind of...
That's what he's leaving for.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe even United as well, but we haven't won anything in recent years, and he would probably think, is that a risk? So I don't think he'll be at Manchester United. And I also... Part of me feels we should step back, focus on our business, and just let that Harry Kane thing go. Seriously. Because what could happen is we get embroiled in this, we want Harry Kane. Yep. We fanny around for 2-3 months, like you alluded to earlier. We don't get Harry Kane. Someone beats us to him. We still haven't got Jadon Sancho. And now we're having a shit summer. Whereas I would just respect it if United went, boom, here's the money for Sancho. We need a DM. Let's try and sort out this Lingard thing. Boom. And then just, all right, now we need a centre-back. I don't mind if you're dilly-dallying about a Varane, but just get the business done. If you're going to get Kane and you're going to do it like that before the Euros, cool. But this could be something I see dragging on and just affecting our whole summer. And in the end, we don't get him.
And if it does, we'll be covering it the whole way, won't we? And we'll be loving it.
We'll be covering it anyway.
It will go to the last day of the window. You know it will.
Let's get a few of the people's thoughts at home before we move on from this topic. Dylan Burns says 150 million for Kane would blow all of our transfer budget. And Greenwood, Kane and Rashford...
He won't be 150.
Greenwood,
no way. No one's going to
if he goes to an English club.
No
Greenwood, Kane and Rashford doesn't have the balance Sancho, Cavani and Rashford does. Or Marshall. Jamie Usher says, I don't see the point of splashing for Kane when you've got Fred and McTominay in midfield who can't progress play forward.
That's one of them he had me in the first half ones, isn't it? I thought it was like, you don't need Harry Kane, you've got to carry Harry Kane at home. And then Harry Kane at home is Fred and McTominay in midfield. But he actually meant we need to replace
We
them.
have got Harry Kane at home. He's called Charlie McNeil. Is that his name?
That's a good point, yeah. That'll do.
He's going to score 50.
If you want Kane and you want Sancho, then you sell one of the goalkeepers, use that money and fund it, and you get Sancho. Then use the rest of the kitty to get Kane.
Watch this. Martial
Pogba
outscores
goals.
Kane when he's at City next season.
What Martial's going to say? You heard it here
Martial's
first.
going to outscore
Pogba
Kane.
goals.
He in.
He is.
If we keep Pogba, that's good. But if Pogba goes, there's transfer money as well.
There we go.
Right. Thank you for checking this out. I'm going to kind of outro this because this is going up later. Get your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in a bit. But we're back for the watch-along.
Yeah, you fool. The game is kicking off in 10 minutes.
Can someone find
on
Dave
the screen
Salter's super chat, please? Dave Salter, can someone find his super chat? Because I've missed it on my phone.
I can't hear in my headphones.
Team on the screen there. Let's have a little chat about Dean Henderson. Because there's two schools of thought with this. He's clearly been, dropped has connotations. He's been left out the starting 11 today. De Gea is back in. Two questions, Adam, first of all. Number one, do you think that means De Gea is back being the first choice for United? Number two, do you think it's a sort of a final home game of the season, wave goodbye to the fans, and let Dean Henderson play in the Europa League final?
Before I answer that question, Chris Rema says it's okay, boys. Kai Rooney is coming. Yeah, he scored a hat-trick and assisted 3 the other day.
Yeah, Rooney's little lad.
Matthias Anderson says go for Haaland over Kane, but we need a central DM and a right winger more. Aditya says signing Kane is not like Van Persie. The squad is weak in 3 areas. Kane will do good at United. 120 million. The squad's still short. Sancho makes sense. I read out Dylan's. I read out Jamie's. And now for Dave. Dave's. It was Dave's, wasn't it? Dave Salter, sorry. Yep. Could the Paddock lads give me a birthday shout out, please? Would be much appreciated. Fans back at OT would love us to get Kane. Come on, United. Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday, lad.
Go on, Andy. Sing happy birthday
Dave.
We've also got another one from Christian Shea, Sancho, Camavinga, or Lerma, and centre-back, no Kane. So to answer your question on Dean Henderson and De Gea, the question for you guys that missed it was, is this a farewell for De Gea? And
or is it a chance for De Gea to reclaim the number 1 spot?
I think this is De Gea warming up for that European final.
Do you?
Because I think he'll play in it. I also think it could be his farewell at Old Trafford. Do I agree with that? Not particularly. I read an article about Dean Henderson through Sky. So it's through Sky. So look, it's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And they might be chatting shit. But it said something like big clubs are interested in Dean Henderson, this, that, and the other. Now, I'm a fan of Dean Henderson's. I think he's got potential to be United's number 1. But I think it's a season maybe too soon for us to be forcing De Gea out and making him our number 1. If De Gea leaves, we have to replace De Gea with a goalkeeper who's equal as good as De Gea. Simple as that, or as better than. Because going into next season with Dean Henderson as our number 1 would really worry me. And all this talk about, I'm going to leave if I'm not number 1 and that. If I was United, I'd go, all right, cool, see you later. Like, I don't want young goalkeepers trying to run their mouth around like that. And especially when you're making mistakes.
Well, but we don't know that
we're Man United and you're Dean Henderson. Like, you shouldn't be able to boss this situation.
Well, there's a couple of things that go into that in there. First of all...
And I feel like we are doing it because of him wanting to, like, I'm leaving if we don't.
Well, yeah, but David De Gea hasn't exactly been great for the last 2 years.
De Gea's still better than Dean Henderson right now.
But he also costs 300 grand a week more than him.
He's still better. I don't care. Wages, I don't care. As long as he's not in the Glaze pocket, I don't give 2 shits. Is De Gea better than Henderson now?
I think over a season...
Yes.
Next season, Dean Henderson will cost us less points than David De Gea did last season.
He's costing us points this season?
Well, yeah, but the reason I'm using last season and next season is because it's been like 50-50 this season.
What makes you think next season, and again, it's more of a risk next season, when there's fans back in the ground, when there's he's our number 1 now.
Yeah.
The media's talking about him as if he's our number 1, not our backup goalkeeper anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a shared job share anymore. Mm-hmm. It's you, our number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's nowhere to hide next season with the crowd back in.
That's why I think it's 1 year too early, bro. And then what if Gareth Southgate picks him for England, because we all know Pickford's shit. He makes him, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's English goalkeepers.
I get it. Man. I know, I get it. But if we're saying if he makes loads of mistakes, will it be bad? Yeah.
But it's not based off him not making mistakes.
No, I know, but what I'm basing it on is the last time he had a full season as number 1 for Sheffield United, he saved them points. And the same season, David De Gea cost us points.
With all due respect, he's not at Bramall Lane.
No, I get that. But what else are we going to use as a metric? I don't want to use half a season as number 1 that he's had this season in and out of the team all the time. I think it's more fair to use fans in the stadium, even if it is Bramall Lane, than no fans in the stadium and in and out of the team like he has been this year. I think that's a more fair comparison.
I just think we shouldn't be letting snotty-nosed kids boss us about.
But we don't know that that's... Yeah, I know what you mean.
Feels that
I get it. I know what you mean.
It seriously feels that way. And I admire him for that, like having, that control of, I think Puigmal's left and I think he's gone like, I just want to play for, like, I need to, I respect it.
Yeah.
But chill. Just chill, innit? If he was performing world class every game, yeah, I'd go, you know what? I'll drop the hair off myself.
But would you say?
But you're not, bro.
Would you say that you have faith in De Gea to be a world class goalkeeper for us next season?
I have faith in him to be better than Dean Henderson.
Well, that's not the question.
But that is what we're dealing with.
No,
right
it's
now.
not. It shouldn't be, and it isn't necessarily, because what United need is a world class goalie. Do you think De Gea has been a world class goalie in the last 3 years?
No.
In the last 3 years,
Cumulatively, not exactly. So that's the thing. So why are we sticking with David De Gea, who hasn't been world class in 3 years? Why not try the new guy who might be? If Dean Henderson isn't, then we replace Dean Henderson. But I think the idea that we let Dean Henderson go because we think he's not noticeably better than David De Gea. Well, De Gea isn't good enough, or hasn't been good enough for a while now. Is he?
He is.
Last season's David De Gea.
If everyone thinks Dean Henderson's good enough, De Gea's good enough.
But that's not. That's literally the opposite of the point I'm making. I'm saying neither of them might be good enough. But we've had a couple of years now to see De Gea's not quite been the same, has he?
No.
Jose Pena says,
Sorry,
Adam, the fan argument can go both ways. He could improve with the fans.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's true. But I've just said it's a more of a risk.
Yeah.
Especially away from home.
Dean Henderson's made mistakes this season. If you look at the AC Milan game, the Liverpool match.
Both Liverpool matches.
So,
Luke Eburn says, Juan Mata follows the same Must page on Twitter that we do. Does this mean he's 100% leaving now? I think he's leaving anyway, but him following Must doesn't mean anything. It's a supporters' trust. It doesn't mean he's co-signing the protest or anything like that, does it? We've also got another one. The Francie Brady with a little joke before everyone gets offended at home. Says, imagine how dull post-match interviews would be with the two Harrys.
Who's the two Harrys?
Harry Maguire and Harry Kane.
Oh, yeah,
Linda says, big man like Joe looking handsome as ever.
Yes, Linda. How's it going?
Has magnificent hair.
Yep.
He isn't a fraud.
Yep.
I call him the anti-Pep Guardiola. Yep. A hairy footballing genius.
Well, thank you very much,
Is
Linda.
Linda your mum's name?
Thanks, might be. Oh, it was asking. Cheers, man. Cheers, Linda.
Andreas says, lads, you're missing the obvious possibility that Dave wants to move back
There
to
is that.
Spain. Oh, I need to put him in timeout. Didn't mean to do that.
There's a decent point there.
Dave wants to move back
He
to
has
Spain.
be- he's just become a dad as well, so you can understand
That's a good
that.
point as well.
He's just had a little baby with his wife, yeah.
And then Little Spice says, it's not a farewell. If it was, he would have been captain today. Maybe Europa League would be his farewell because there's going to be fans there as well, isn't it?
Yep.
And he'll start in that game. And Purton says, Adam, kick off with a Paddock. Paddock, obviously.
Good.
Come on, it's my home, mate.
Nice to see fans in Old Trafford.
Oh, some lockdown barnets on the screen as well. Good lad.
Yeah.
Love that.
My dad's not back in
I
there
love
till
the
August.
people that haven't been asked to go get an haircut yet. They're like, that game today, I have to be there.
Yeah.
Now, if you're wondering why I'm not there, Andy's not there, Joel's not there, it's a bloody ballot, weren't it? 10,000 tickets were available. All season ticket holders went into the ballot, didn't get it. I'm not going to lie, I forgot to apply.
Good lad.
I don't know, because there was part of me that was like, I do want to be there, but I don't want to be there till there's a full house. Because it just feel weird.
No,
Yeah, I want to be there. I want to be there next season with you guys. I want to be there, sat next to my dad as well. So and just have like the old times, and the old times will return. So pending any errors from the government, I just want normality again.
Chris Lowe with a great... He's basically summed up what I was trying to say in two sentences. He said, I'd rather take the risk that Henderson might be good enough rather than the near certainty that De Gea will not be, based off his recent seasons.
You lot are all sellouts. You're all sellouts. How dare you forget what Dave did?
There's no forgetting it.
No, you did.
That's
You
like saying
did.
play
You
Brian
did.
Robson
It's
every
like-
game in the 93 season.
It's not the same.
Why
Wow,
ain't
look at the
You
green
said
and gold.
Fergie was finished as well earlier, didn't you?
it? Who did?
You did. I heard you.
Just making stuff up now. You said that cars actually move upwards, not forwards. You said that, and that was wrong. Well, I didn't say it, so it don't matter, does it? Ben 2002, do you think Kane would make captain if he joined United? As I feel that would be one of his demands. I mean, I don't think he
Tell
would.
him demand on these
Honest
nuts.
with this.
if he wants to win a trophy, he ain't got no demands. His demands are I need trophies. Demands
Yeah.
are get me hell out
Your
of
demand is,
Spurs.
I got stuck at Tottenham by accident. Can I have a lift to some trophies, please? That's his demand. Man United's team there, we're going through it one more time. David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Twanzebe, Shaw.
What did De Gea do yesterday?
I don't know.
All right, cool.
McTominay, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Pogba and Cavani. Rashford's having a rest. that's a very strong team. Other than that, I mean, obviously you can argue Fred and McTominay, you maybe wouldn't start them both, but in terms of what United's first choice tends to be, that's quite close to it. Give me a score prediction, Andy.
Well, basically, I want to win his last 2 games and finish on 76 points because we finished on 66 last year. So I'd take a 3-0 win and a bit of confidence because some of these players might be playing for the final place next.
Definitely. I think a few of them probably are.
Yeah.
Certainly in that front 6. I mean, there's a Marcus Rashford to fit in there somewhere. So who's he taking out? Adam?
What?
Score prediction. Score predictions in the
Cavani's
comments as well.
Score today, isn't he? In front of the crowd.
He's got
to. Which I'm sure is going to happen. Hold on. I was informed that Tony M and Danny James are back today. What happened to that?
They aren't.
We already sent him to fucking Spurs?
Quite simply,
Danny
they
James.
aren't.
Dan James has just become a dad, hasn't he? Look.
Why, his partner's pregnant.
He's having a baby.
How is that possible? Because he's only
kids
6.
having kids, eh?
I know.
What has the world come to?
Score prediction.
I was only joking, by the way. He's 24. He can do what he wants with his nuts.
Not necessarily what he wants. What he wants within the law.
Within the law.
Yeah.
Score prediction. 4-0. Cavani's scoring today.
He's got a money.
In front of the fans. He's not had fans yet. Donny van der Beek hasn't had fans yet. Bruno had how many games with fans?
2.
Wolves, City.
Not many.
Norwich.
Old Trafford.
Norwich.
Yeah, not many.
a lot.
4-0. I'm going to go. I think it's going to be tight. We've not been good recently, but I think we'll win. I'm going to go 1-0.
Loads of glazes out, signs everywhere as well.
Good.
Loving that. Shout out the Reds, making their voices heard today, inside the ground, outside the ground. Wherever you're at, man, just let them know. And you know what I'm loving as well, yeah? I've been very sceptical, yeah? And you've often heard me go, all this hashtag shite, it don't mean nothing. Like, you're not going to do anything and all that. But at the same time, and I rate it, the people that have been, reviewing TeamViewer and battering their socials and just making all these people think, you know what? I ain't on it.
I don't want to be a sponsor for this.
I'm not spending millions.
It
to
might
get
hurt
fucked.
us. Yeah. Or also, let's think about it, right? So someone like TeamViewer or any potential sponsor for Man United, not just is it the fact that they want to make money back on their investment, which obviously they do, and obviously there's a tight balance to be played there between what the investment is worth and what we'll get back, or what we spend and what we get back. If you just get a lot of bad press, regardless of how much money gets spent on your company. If you get a load of bad press, that immediately makes that investment worth less. So this is, they don't just do it because, I know people that got Vodafone phone contracts because they sponsored Man United. If everyone's boycotting them, they will literally be like, well, what is the point?
You know what sponsors could do as well?
What?
We could say, we were going to sponsor Man United, but we decided no because the fans. And then you'll get loads of good PR, even if you didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like My Protein recently.
The whole group, yeah, My Protein. Apparently, a couple of boos for taking the knee and then applause. So, I guess that's different. According to Simon Stone, that's
fucking weirdos.
Different sections of the fan base there, isn't it? Harry Kane on the bench, but not on the bench in terms of a sub. Harry Maguire, not Harry Kane. I wish it was Harry Kane. Harry Maguire. He's still on crutches, and we play in 1 week. He is not going to be playing in that Europa League final, is he?
Yeah, and I get the feeling that I just don't want 2018 when we finished second and we lost to Chelsea. I do not want that scenario again.
No, me neither. What do you reckon to that, Adam? Harry Maguire still on crutches. 7 days tomorrow.
Has he got actual crutches or just a boot on?
Well, he's got crutches leaning up against the
Has
chair.
Has he got a leg
to
brace on still?
Yes.
He's not playing in that final, is he?
I don't know if he's got a leg brace on. I didn't see that. It's a week tomorrow.
So he won't play for United, but he'll play in the Euros for England.
Well, yeah.
They are late. They're 3 weeks later, though, aren't they?
But
the Euros isn't this
rest
weekend.
Him. No, but I rest him. I won't play in the Euros.
But he'll want to, won't he?
You don't. You can't say to a geezer like that, I know you've just missed the first cup final of your career. Is it the first cup final of his career?
I think so.
First proper cup final of his career. And now you got to miss a tournament.
No, that's not
I know
fair.
he's played in one, but...
Oh, it's good hearing fans, isn't it?
Yeah, proper good.
So good. Do you wish you were there now? You seeing Adam?
Yeah, but
I get
I'm
butterflies.
not overly arsed.
It's a good pass. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
There's no place like home now, is there?
I know.
That's my second home next to my family home.
Where's your second home, Adam? Chippy.
Greg's.
Greg's.
Cavani with a non-existent touch there.
Shit, get him sold.
Crowds made him crumble. Hasn't it? There must have been some players that were like, "Oh, fucking loving this playing without a crowd."
Yeah.
Innit? Like,
Who do you think was like, you know what, this is quite good? Luke Shaw.
I'm not getting booed.
Luke Shaw.
Not getting anything.
Martial, maybe.
Nah, I reckon Martial loves the crowd because we sing his name a lot.
Yeah.
And he's someone that his head drops.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
He needs a
Heads
bit
and
of
shoulders.
confidence.
And if he hears his name being sung,
It galvanises people, doesn't it?
bit of
I mean, you missed the banter and the abuse between players and fans. I mean, I've seen it. Spurs fans giving it Kyle Walker at League Cup final, and it was so funny to see.
AAO says team viewer stock has dropped about 25% since the beginning of May, just in time for the protests. Obviously, that isn't all us, but we played a part. Yeah, exactly. They don't want that. They don't want it to be
Did somebody pull out
a
last week?
negative thing that they're spending millions of pounds a season on
Some
Manchester United.
coffee company pulling out.
Well, there was rumours of that, weren't there? But then I saw their adverts on MUTV a couple of days later, so I guess it wouldn't be immediate anyway, would it? So maybe, yeah. But definitely, sponsors are sitting up and taking notice.
This conference call with Joe Glazer, I wish they stream it live.
No.
To let you can't just just the must who are there. You got to let all fans. If you want to be really communicative, put it live on the MUTV.
Imagine having super chats on that.
Yeah.
Any super chats for Joel Glazer? Imagine some of the fucking
abuse,
horrific abuse that'd be on
My
that.
phone is melting.
Yeah.
Memory full after about 1 minute.
Yeah, exactly. Fulham driving into the box, pulls it
Whoa,
across.
good defence.
Away by Luke Shaw. Bruno. Pogba. I bet Bruno fucking will love having the crowd there, you know. Pogba.
It's weird attacking the Stretford end because that was the last time when the crowd was there.
Yeah.
When we beat City.
They'll have done that on purpose, Fulham. I'm surprised more teams don't do that against United. Like, you'd think if you ever won the toss, you'd
I hate
swap.
when that happens.
I do as well, but it's so rare.
But their fans on that side as well, though, so they normally want to kick towards
There is
their
no fans there though today. No
Yeah,
away fans.
there isn't today.
I mean, is there away fans from next season? Is that the plan? Full away allocation?
God knows, man. Wouldn't be surprised if
You
you
just
fucking
seem
have
so.
to shut the whole shit down again.
That is the plan, though, isn't it? Everyone back next season. Maybe. Oh, go on.
Good
Wan-Bissaka.
pass that from Greenwood.
Pogba. Heads it over.
Jumped up too early.
Is that he's got a new dyed his hair again?
Pogba.
Don't think he's dyed it because before he had it in some like twists, didn't he? I think he just let the twists out. So his
Just
hair's
heads it
like
over.
Hair extensions.
bigger now. No, he didn't have extensions. Fuck it up.
Fancy barbers.
There were some people questioning whether Delhi's were extensions.
Were they?
I doubt it.
Dele Alli. Dele Alli's form's picked up now. He's dating Pep Guardiola's daughter.
And because he's playing. I think that being allowed to play.
Isn't it weird that, like, if you're Pep Guardiola's daughter, it's like almost like you'd be destined to go out with a footballer, isn't it?
Have you
Like,
seen
you couldn't
it?
imagine her going out with someone who worked for
you
like
reckon he hates
H&M. Who, Pep?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't want my daughter dating a footballer. They don't exactly have the best reputation in terms of fidelity, do they? Do you know what I mean?
But then that's like judging everyone the same, innit?
Yeah. Yes.
Can't do that.
Of course you can. I feel comfortable saying that most lads from the age of 18 to 30 with fucking loads of money will do a bit of shagging. I feel quite comfortable saying that, regardless of what part of the country you're from, any of it. Do you know what I mean?
Good point, well made.
Not as someone who does that, by the way. Not as someone who has any cash. But from the people I know that do, and from what you see and what you hear of things behind the scenes, I don't think that kind of lifestyle is necessarily conducive to a monogamous relationship.
We all did that in our young days.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Andy.
Also, just the... Oh, go on.
Cavani's in.
Oh, good
Great defending.
Also, the pressure you'd just be under as well. Like, you're in the papers now. Everyone wants to fucking see you all the time. Maybe you'd like that, but I wouldn't want that.
Some people.
Well, everybody wants to sleep with you.
No, I mean, if I was someone, if I was dating a footballer or a celebrity, I wouldn't enjoy the pressure of every 2 seconds that people are talking about. Oh, you were seen with this girl at this club, or now you're on Instagram, now you're in the Daily Mail. Fuck that. Do you know what I mean? No chance. Would you date a footballer?
My girlfriend is dating me. I'm Andy Tate.
That's true. That's true.
I've been with
you're the Dele Alli of
long
Stretford Paddock,
time.
aren't you? I've always said that.
I love my baby.
Good. That's lovely. There's people saying, you'd know that, wouldn't you, lads? Top shaggers. Absolutely not. Fortunately not. No, I'm joking, no.
If you were there today, you'd feel like you couldn't stop singing in it.
Yeah,
You'd feel like
yeah,
I've got to
definitely.
justify being here today.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking that before.
It's
Can't stand there like a zombie.
Like as soon as you stop singing, you'll be like, oh shit, I got to stop singing again in case
I'm just having a drink. I'm just having a drink. I will be singing. I'm just to Old Trafford. He's like, you stopped singing for 4 seconds. Get
United.
There's only 10,000. You got to make some fucking noise. 10,000's a lot though, isn't it? It just looks weird in that stadium. Like 10,000 people is bigger than
You know what was weird,
most stadiums in the
Capacity,
world.
innit?
Yeah. I can't remember what, I think it was England in the cricket when it was over in India.
Oh,
And
the other week?
No, like a few months back.
Yeah,
I
that's
watched it.
yeah. This
And like they had
winter.
like massive stadiums with like 10k attendance, and then they'd stick them all in one bit.
I know.
And you think, huh?
Yeah, spread COVID.
No wonder there's an Indian variant.
I know. Probably
They were
got
cooking it up.
probably got made at those cricket matches.
Yeah, it's my nickname now. That Indian
What?
variant.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't call you that.
Just scaremongering, but it's a bit concerning.
Crisp Sandwich says, last I heard, Joe was
love a
dating
crisp sandwich.
Joe was dating Rapinoe.
Ooh.
She won't reply to my emails. She won't reply to my faxes. Sure to Pog, but United have had most of the ball, unsurprisingly. Do you reckon we'll see Fulham attacking, coming after us? Because they've got nothing to lose now, have they?
They're pressing quite high up the pitch, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is good. We've had some classics against Fulham, innit? I remember that. Remember the game when we'd come back from, was it the World Cup or the Euros, and Ronaldo and Rooney had it?
Mm.
And then the first game back at Old Trafford was a 5-1
5-1.
Yeah.
Fulham.
Same season.
That's one of our favourite games, that.
Oh.
Same season, Ronaldo's late winner against Fulham.
Well, where he chops inside and puts it across.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
And then
basically
you
won
had,
us the title.
Yeah.
Rude's goal from the halfway line.
Yep.
Oh, what a goal.
Remember, we
That might
won,
be my favourite goal of all time.
we won 3-2 against them once. Might have been the same game.
I remember losing 3-1.
And
so
Louis Saha scored 2 for them. It was fucking good that year.
I think that was opening
Pizza Hut
game
on
of the
his
season.
t-shirt.
We beat Fulham 3-2.
Was that when
Van
Van
Nistelrooy.
Dijk was still there?
Was it Doritos or Pizza Hut on a Fulham shirt?
Yeah, one of the two.
Pizza Hut on a Fulham shirt.
I think it was Pizza Hut.
With Adidas as a sponsors, 2001, 2002. Van Nistelrooy scored 2, opening day of the season.
See?
Yeah, opening day as well.
Encyclopedia
Bullshaka.
Tate here.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah, it
Saha
was
scored
Pizza
2
Hut.
that day.
That's the kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show the camera. It's nice, that kit. Well, it's not actually nice, it's horrible. But it's cool that it's sponsored by
That's at
Pizza
Old
Hut.
Trafford as well, I think.
Free kick to United.
I do
corner
like-
of the 18-yard box.
I do like the new Ajax away kit for next season, the dark one.
Bruno chips it in. Headed straight away
So,
by...
reference to Bob Marley's Three Little Birds. It looks cool, that.
Is it?
Yeah. Might get that.
Like a bit of Ajax. Ajax are a very likeable team, aren't they? It's like everyone likes them and everyone likes Dortmund. Well, they were sort of your hipster teams, aren't they, Ajax? Dortmund.
Yeah.
Napoli's another one.
Napoli make some really retro shirts. I mean, the 80s Maradona shirt's doing well from what I believe. Number 10.
You know, proper fired it in there, didn't he?
It was at
Good
Axel.
Axel to Greenwood. Good control by Mason there.
I won't deny it, I've got a Barcelona shirt. I've been to the new camp, so you got to have one.
Barcelona style of play.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Andy?
Converted me.
Now, whenever Barcelona play Real Madrid, I want Real Madrid too.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
prefer
do as
Real
well.
than Barca.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why. But
Was
I
it-
do.
was it a
A
Galactico
little bit to do with Beckham, but also like
Galactico
R9.
era, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
R9 was the done.
Yeah.
And also, when
they're just the better
and
team.
when we were growing up, Barca was shit. Like in the
They were in
nine-
the UEFA Cup.
Yeah,
and
in the
that, weren't
90s and early 2000s. I know they had that 99 team, which was excellent, but they didn't win like the European Cup or anything for ages. I think they hadn't won it in absolutely years until they
Bobby
won it.
Robson took him to a lot of Spanish titles and a
Yeah.
cup winners' cup.
Yeah, they did all right,
He
but
brought
they just
Ronaldo
weren't
in.
as good as Real Madrid.
Yeah, from Inter.
They weren't as good as
Wasn't
Madrid.
it from
Certainly
From
He went,
2000s.
from Barca to Inter. Yeah.
From PSV to Barca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Mourinho.
Oh,
as
that
his
thing's
coach.
out on the 20th.
What?
On the Zone, I can't fucking wait. El Presidente.
What's that?
It's about Ronaldo, R9, where he becomes the president of a football club.
Is it going to be any good?
Yeah, bruv.
Or is it just going to be a fat lad doing it for you?
Why
Because
are
if you want that,
well, hold on, bro.
Because if you want that, you can watch Stretford Paddock FC.
First off, don't call him a fat lad.
Why?
Because it's just rude, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's a joke, isn't it?
No, but it's not funny.
I think
That pissed me off during the 2006 World Cup.
But
as
I wasn't saying it
Watching
then.
them dickheads
He
in
was-
the
he was-
studio at the World Cup cussing,
go on.
oh, fat Ronaldo. Fuck yourself, Ronaldo.
If
But
you-
he's better than any of you mugs.
Hey,
ever.
you show me a
Put
picture.
some respect on his
You show me a
fucking name.
picture of Ronaldo owning that football team, and you tell me he's not fat. I'm not talking about him in 2006
rude?
or
Is that being
2002.
rude?
No.
Have we got a
Your
penalty?
mum's
here?
fat. How about that?
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, but I wouldn't make you watch a documentary about her, would I?
Trying to find a picture here where we don't.
No, it looks good. No, sorry, you're
No,
right,
you
Adam.
can't pick up them pictures.
No, you're
what
right.
Are you doing?
You're right, Adam. He looks fucking wicked there, mate.
You like just
He
rude,
looks
man.
great.
You know what? Yeah.
Jesus
You lot
Christ.
just need to fix up, man. Put some respect on his.
I didn't say he was shit, did I?
Yeah, you did. Look, he's not fat. Actually, there.
Yes, he is. That's just his head, and even that's fat. I like Ronaldo.
All a disgrace.
I like Ronaldo.
McTominay. Oh, he should have scored that. Did McTominay head that away, or did the defender get to it? You like just rude. Look at that. Show me that picture, blood. There you go.
Good lad.
6-pack.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, but watch it anyway, DAZN.
Yeah, I will watch it. How much is DAZN?
$1.99. It's good, you know.
That's not bad, is it? How much did you want those silver, blue, and yellow mercurials in that late 90s that Ronaldo used to wear? They were just the best thing ever, weren't they?
I used to write R9 everywhere. In
Did
my
you?
garden on bricks and that.
In your garden?
Like
Do you-
Beckham,
do you ever
R9.
use- oh,
Look
there we
about
go.
it. Go on, lad.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
What a goal that is!
He's fucking here! He's arrived, lads.
What a fucking goal! That is literally perfect, that, innit? Absolutely perfect. The player everyone's been waiting to see. And he scores a fucking 45-yard chip.
Was that destiny?
It was ridiculous.
Was that destiny to do that with a
It
crowd
feels
in
like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Wow.
The keeper didn't expect that. Is he not offside, is he?
Oh, please don't be offside.
No. He's not offside.
No,
No.
he's onside. He's onside.
He's on.
Ball goes through
That
to
would have been.
Bruno.
Imagine that.
Yeah, if he was offside. Bruno with the assist, and it is all of 40 yards.
He didn't even take a touch.
That's
Brilliant.
incredible. Top corner as well. Top corner. Not one of them where it like bounces and dribbles over the line.
That's like me at Old Trafford.
Beautiful
Bruno,
flick
look
by
at that,
Bruno.
look at that little flick. Oh,
Did he
yeah.
touch it or did he leave
I think
it?
he touched it. But what a
I mean,
fucking goal
whether he
that
touched
is.
it or not, it's clever.
That is incredible.
Oh. And you know what? The keeper, you know when you play a pass at goals and he just goes over someone's head as they go to get it, but they can't get a touch on it because it's just perfect.
Yeah.
That's how that was. The keeper's there.
And it just
And
flicks
it's
the
just-
top of
yeah,
his
it's-
finger.
Look at the
almost.
slow motion. He
It's
played
just
the
too
crowd.
good.
Oh,
But the crowd
oh.
didn't even expect it.
What?
He does. It
yes.
just literally skims the
It's just
fucking foam
perfect.
on his glove,
It's
doesn't it?
just perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, what? I should be in the Stretford.
I knew you were going to do that. I was waiting for that. That was literally the thing I was waiting for. As soon as that went in.
Hey,
the fucking
don't be
checking
looking
it.
at
Onside.
It's not off.
Decision goal.
It's
It
not
says
off.
decision goal, lads. Look at it at full speed as well. How much better it looks.
Yeah, it's an insane goal.
Because he didn't take a touch. First time hit. Wayne Rooney had been doing that. Remember when
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney did it against David James and then kept trying to do it every game?
He used to do
Forever.
that one in the FA Cup, wasn't it?
Was it one against West Ham? He did that from
Yeah.
just inside Upton Park.
Oh, that was the volley
no,
one.
that
The
was like
volley.
a
There's a volley. Yeah.
Slice the
But he
volley
did like a chip to the back post.
against David James.
Yeah.
Against Portsmouth.
Abdullah Ibrahim with
He
the
did one
super
for
chat.
Everton, didn't he?
Yeah, he did,
Against
when he
Villa.
got back.
Villa, yeah, he's that trick.
Not meaning to be vulgar, but I need to go for a shower after that goal. What an excellent first goal for the fans. I mean,
Feels dirty.
it
for
couldn't really be better first goal for the fans, other than maybe some like ridiculous build up and a amazing team goal. But like, what a sensational goal that is. Yeah, he did. Someone good point there from Jasanth Matthew. He tried that against PSG. He did, and he hit the fucking crossbar. And then Martial missed the follow up, and we went out. So
Almost makes
thanks for
me
bringing
jealous
that
of
up.
what I've been there to
Yeah,
experience.
exactly.
Goal of the season done then, innit?
Between that and Bruno against Everton.
Nah, it's not.
But that makes me
Bruno
upset.
Everton?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
We just chipped in and just turned around like Cantona.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We lost the game.
Yeah, that
worst
don't
game of the season, but the best goal of the season. So
yeah, it's not the best. See that how fucked up that is.
I know. Terrible.
You scored that goal, and little mugs like us don't even appreciate it anymore.
I know, because I saw it was given as goal of the season earlier.
Is that what one goal looked like official?
Yeah, it actually. Well, Man United's goal of the season.
Fucking hell, Fred.
Fuck me, man.
Fred is useless, man.
He don't get the tackle and he don't get the ball.
And
Is he
that's
going
a
to get
red
sent
card.
off? It's not a red. It's not a red.
Oh.
That wasn't a clear goal scoring
Bruno
opportunity.
should go slap Fred, you know. Little
Yeah,
back
he
and
should.
you
He should.
stupid bench.
That's terrible from Fred. If you're not going to get the ball, you've got to get the man. You can't get neither.
How
Yeah,
can
that's
he
not a
be
goal.
Brazilian on his
Not a red.
passport? I mean, seriously.
Bruno did well there.
He took one for the
Because
team.
I mean, it's clearly not a goal scoring opportunity. You don't even have the ball. You can't say it's goal scoring opportunity if he's not even on the ball. He's also 45.
There was
yards
cover.
out,
There
and
was
this
cover, though.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I'm sure some people will say that should be red, but
But I tell you what, if
There's
it was
about
a
four
red,
reasons why
then everyone's pointing a finger at Fred.
yeah, it's shocking from Fred. If you're that man there where you're the last line before the defence, you can't miss everything. You have to get the ball, and if you miss the ball, just grab the man and take him down and take a booking because you can't allow that to happen.
It was like McTominay for that goal. Who scored? Remember, he just lost the ball on the edge of the box. Like proper weak. Was it Liverpool?
I don't remember. What?
Fred passed it in.
Yeah.
And he got pressed, and he just gave him the ball. Who was that? Where was that?
I don't remember. I blanked it out. I mean, there's no way I missed it because I would have been sat in this chair watching it, but I just block it out my head.
Do you play Fred in the Europa League final?
Oh, that was beautiful turn. That is that a foul?
Looked like one. It was not give it. That's a shit pass though, whoever that was.
No, he got tackled.
I know,
Or
but
do
the
you mean
pass
the one
should,
to
the
him?
pass to him, yeah. Under hit.
Oh, played.
Just put it behind him there, though, wasn't he?
Oh! Oh, that was a good tackle.
Yeah, it was.
But Greenwood did the right thing. He tried to get a body across into a free kick. I did that yesterday, and I got a dead leg.
Yeah.
It's the deadest leg I've ever had, you know. I don't know if it's because I'm old now or like...
You're old.
It's an actual proper dead bastard leg.
Here we go.
Go on, go on,
Wan-Bissaka,
go on.
cross it in.
Oh, Mace.
Did that hit him?
Did he actually hit that?
Yeah, he did.
Did the defender kick it?
No, it was Mason. We've got a video of the fans singing "Give It, Give It, Give It" from Old Trafford. This is
Play
from
it for the
Adam,
people
who's
at
been
home.
in the ground. So if we can play that now. Unfortunately, we can't hear this. But I'm sure it's fucking great. It's good. It's so good looking at fans, players, cheering. Absolutely wonderful. Bruno didn't touch it. The hair? Excellent. That's really good. We were saying before the game, it just felt destiny that he would score, and then for it to be that goal,
Something special.
yeah, amazing, isn't it? And the fact that he's staying as well.
I'm almost a bit jealous now because of what Adam, I want to be there to see that.
Yeah.
I mean,
some might say it was in his kismet.
What's that?
What?
It was fate.
Love that.
All right, all right.
A little bit of judge it up a bit.
Playing English
Bit of
would have done,
intrigue
but you
on
know,
it. Put a bit of spin on it.
you want to spice it up a bit, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, lovely.
Is that an Indian reference?
No, mate, no, I'm just saying.
No, it's a Piccadilly Gardens reference. The other type of spice. Oh, it's such a good goal.
It was almost sexy, that.
It was. I don't think almost. I think it was fully in the sexy camp, that one.
Sexy chip.
Ooh. That's the name of your fish and chip shop, isn't it, Andy?
My
Sexy
dad.
chip.
So my dad just texted me saying, "Shit, bro, what a goal!"
Couldn't have summed it up better myself. Shit, bro, what a goal. Fantastic goal. Some people in the comments saying he was offside. Well,
Guess what?
Jog on,
Guess
you
what? I hope he was
muppet.
offside. How about that?
he actually is offside, isn't he? Because he's only not offside if Bruno touches it. Because when De Gea hits the ball, he's well off. So if Bruno doesn't touch that ball, he should have been offside. Because he was coming back for the Bruno touch.
We fucked VAR. We learned how to fuck with it.
Thank God.
So there is a way to fuck over VR, mate.
VAR
There you
glitch,
go.
Yeah, we got that VAR.
Yeah,
glitch.
that's
Chink in the armour there.
That's what
EA
Kieran...
Sports going to have to sort that out, aren't they?
Kieran's saying there. That's right. If Bruno didn't touch it, it's offside.
Yeah, because he was wandering offside for ages, and
Yeah,
then
'cause
he
he
just
comes
got onside
back, yeah.
as the ball went into Bruno.
So I wonder if we'll get an assist or not for that, Bruno. He'll want it, won't he? He'll say it flicked his laces or something.
Well, they kind of have to give him the assist, otherwise.
Well, they don't. They could just say it fucked up.
But do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know
they
what you
kinda
mean. Yeah,
have to save the ref.
yeah. I hope so. Sahaj Shetty says, Jim Beglin's biased commentary makes my blood boil. The anti-United bias is so apparent, it's frustrating.
Expect nothing less from
I
a
don't know who
Scouser.
Jim Beglin... Who does he commentate for?
Used to play for Liverpool.
I know he is, but he's not on Sky Sports, is he?
Bein
Is that
Sports.
Bein Sports?
Bein Sports, I think it is.
Who's that?
Jim Beglin.
Jim Beglin. Sahaj Shetty says Jim Beglin's commentary
trying to
makes
hear his voice.
their blood boil.
I can hear it in my head. They used to do Granada match in the late
The
80s.
best, you know what used to be good? Clive Tisley and Ron Atkinson. on
Clive
Champions League nights,
Tilsley.
and then Ron Atkinson fucked it. Fucking racist, Ron.
Hey, with my day, it was Elton Wellesby in the 80s.
Elton Wellesby.
And
Great name.
Alan Green on, was it BBC Radio 5 Live?
Yeah.
And he come in for the whole second half of the second half and the first
5 Live,
second
yeah,
half
'cause
of
he
the
was
first
pro- he
half.
was-
His
he was
voice
just-
was proper.
yeah.
He might have talked shit that whole time, but his voice
Iconic.
reminds me of sitting in my room
Yeah.
late at night with the radio on.
Or sitting in my dad's car with
With
that
the radio on.
Yeah. And he's fuming because we can't watch the match and we're driving to some like event or something.
I
See
remember, do
people's
you remember
friends'
those times where
event.
you'd not be at the game and you'd wait for match of the day?
Yeah.
And it was that era where you could miss the score.
Oh yeah.
Like as long as you didn't watch the end of the news before
Or you
match
didn't
of the day.
or you didn't walk in with
And-
teletext on.
Yeah. Me and my dad, for the Spurs 3 United 5 game.
Yeah.
Me and my dad went Merry Hill that day. Yeah, shout out Merry Hill.
What is that? What is
It was
that?
like a little shop centre back in the day.
Love that.
And I remember on the way we were like, all right, let's not hear the score. Because we had a busy day and we thought, let's just make match of the day good tonight. Yeah. And it was that game, like where we didn't get the score and then we won 5-3.
Fantastic.
It was so good watching
That is
match
which
of
one?
day.
The Tottenham one?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It was so good watching
I
that
can,
match.
3-0 down at half
I
time.
heard
I'm going.
I was out with family. I heard the half-time score. I'm like, fuck this. And when I got home, my dad's like, what a team! What a team! What? 5-3. Oh, fuck. God, what have I missed?
Weren't there two of them? Was there a 5-1 as well? There was two, weren't there? We did it once in like 2001.
Did we do it at Old Trafford?
And
with
then Ronaldo did
and
it as well.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
I've got this picture
Were
of
they
Ronaldo
both
taking his
5-3?
shirt off and throwing it.
5-2.
5-2 and 5-3.
5-2, yeah.
Because Modric and Bent scored.
Ronaldo
Yeah.
took his shirt off and,
And there's that
bare
picture
chest.
of the sun shining down on
Yeah.
him as he throws his shirt. I love that picture.
2 goals in a minute. We got the pen.
Ronaldo was
dodgy
that
pen
diving
as well,
header at the back post.
Howard Webb gave us the pen and it was full lay siege.
Bruno!
Oh, these men
Some
have
great
scored
fucking
bangers
power on
early
that.
today,
Come on,
innit?
Yeah,
come
showing
on.
off for the fans. Pogba whips
Oh!
Get your techers out.
it
Come
in.
on.
Bruno pass it back to Fred.
Is that what you call it?
Techers.
Your techers.
If Fred knows techers, then he can stay at United.
NBC Sports USA, apparently, Jim Beglin. Wilhelm Tanner says, what does Andy Tate do outside of Stretford Paddock?
I work in a warehouse and I work hard to provide for my family.
He's a working man.
Thank you.
He's a good man.
Someone said they're like Peter Drury. Peter Drury is really good. He's really, really good. Like you could do your English literature studies on him.
Go on then.
That's how good he is. I didn't do lit. I did language.
Did you?
Yeah.
Alan, sitting here in the office in the US listening to you lot. Oh, do you prefer the US office or the English office?
US.
Good lad. I prefer the English, but both excellent.
But
no
the
video
first
for me to
season
stream, so
of
all I
the
got is you
US
lot.
is awful because they try and copy the UK.
Yeah. They're both great, though.
Yeah, they are both great. But I feel like there's more...
There are more good minutes of the
there's
US
more
office.
I
just
can
'cause it's-
rewatch of the US office. Yeah, there's more of it, innit?
Yeah. It's like 8
Do
seasons,
classic,
whatever.
it's classic comedy like the young ones and Bottom Rick Mail.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, mate,
better.
I love Bottom and the young ones. Because when I was a kid, I used to watch it. And it used to be... I'm going to get caught watching this. It's going to be fucking game over for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I watch it and you realise, really, it's not. It's like almost like a comic book. Isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
But it's also very, very
cheeky.
good.
But it was nice cheekiness.
But it was also there was periods of it which are satirical and like they do take a serious look at some stuff.
Oh, they did in the 80s. Yeah.
Have you noticed in Bottom? Yeah. There's a character that you never hear from. There's just one person with long hair sat in the corner for the whole show, and he's in every episode. I don't know if he's in every episode because some episode when they're out of the house. But
Spud Gun.
There's
Little
this guy.
Dave
There's a random guy just sat in the corner
I've never seen
with
it.
his hair over his face and that, and he's in it a lot.
Is that a reference to Neil from The Young Ones?
I'm not sure.
Could be.
But it's, yeah.
Did you hear about AD Henderson getting stuck on his roof, washing his windows? No. He got caught the same day at the protest at Old Trafford. He was caught outside. He had to call a fire brigade because he got locked out of his window.
First aid was the headline.
Was it?
No, should have been there, shouldn't it?
First aid. And he was.
Hold on, is that a goalkeeper? Oh shit.
What?
That was just that outfit. The yellow shirt looks like a goalkeeper. I was thinking,
it?
why is the goalkeeper marking Bruno?
Especially if you've got a long sleeve on.
Yeah, underneath. That base layer.
We think of Scott
That
Parker
big,
then.
dirty, stinking
Is he
base.
trying? Is he a bit House of Fraser with the outfits?
I can't. You know what? Yeah, I ain't got no time for Scott Parker.
Like you say,
I feel like they
Harrod's
want to
in
give him like. There's so much praise for Scott Parker when he does shit. He got relegated with Charlton. He got Player of the Year. Like he's getting relegated with Fulham, and everyone pipes him off saying he should get the Spurs job. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Like what?
It's a lot of that's because he's
Like,
likeable,
huh?
isn't it?
Crystal Palace. He'll be at Crystal Palace.
Good tackle.
Yeah, but
Oh, Wan-Bissaka's played the ball on there.
Take him out. Take him out.
Fred.
Well done.
That's a penalty, I think.
He slammed into a bit, hasn't he?
Because he did.
Didn't
Didn't
get-
he kick the ball out himself?
Goal
It should be a
kick.
goal kick.
Yeah, it's
or
got to be a
penalty.
goal kick.
It's not a corner. And Fred, you should be claiming the corner, bro. Because if not, it's a
Offside.
fucking foul.
I think he might be
You
offside anyway.
lunatic.
I think Wan-Bissaka plays him on, maybe.
Nah, it's not a foul. It's not a foul. Nah, it's
Nah,
not
it's
a foul.
not a foul.
It's shoulder to shoulder.
It's not a foul.
The first time I saw it, it looked like he hit that shoulder went in his back.
It's a corner.
It was good play by Fred, to be fair.
Do you play Fred next Wednesday in the final?
He will, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't myself.
But then again, McTominay's is bad. Matic is bad. Van der Beek hardly plays. So what choice have we got?
Oh, fucking hell. De
meant to do
Gea.
that.
De Gea's chest like a fucking trampoline then, wasn't it? It bounced
meant to do
right.
that, he
Oh,
meant
did
to
he?
do that.
Did Dean Henderson meant to do the
So
same
that-
thing
that
as Liverpool?
Spanish judge, you just like, yeah. See, look.
Isn't it mad? The last time we played
Chest,
Fulham?
bounce, scramble, catch. Love that.
Is it last time we played Fulham? We were top of the league, and it's shit.
Let's forget that happened.
We still are. Top of the fucking Europa League, mate. Offside. Sahaj Shetty with another super chat. Can a £200 million transfer budget make us title contenders for next season? If yes, which players would you prioritise? Do you think we can beat City essentially with 200 million?
If you gave me 200 million, I could get us that.
Go on then.
200 mil, so we get, let's say, 90 million for Sancho. Is that fair?
Yeah.
90?
Yeah.
100 million with a signing
I'll
on
say
fee?
I say 90.
90.
90 million.
All right, cool. Decky, little old Decky Rice, or Wilfred Indeed is too difficult.
Yeah, because he's
to get in Champions
like,
League football, they just want to difficult. Basuma's a possibility with Brighton.
Not
Probably
proven.
get me cheaper, but Decky Rice, Lingard deal, 30 million. Decky Rice.
We'll allow 40 million. We ain't getting 30 million for Declan Rice.
No, I said 30 mil for Lingard.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying Lingard
So
and 30 million for
million.
Yeah, Lingard and 40. Okay, so that's you spent 130. Got 70 million.
70 million. We could make Varane come to United for 70 million. Couldn't we? Couldn't we?
Yes.
Probably with change. Bit, maybe.
We're going to spend that on
A little
sweets.
bit. And then I'll give the
Spend the
change
last
to
5 million,
Pogba's new
chance.
contract.
So you're going Rice, Sancho, Varane. You think they'll win the league?
It's coming home.
What do you think, Andy?
For the start, I'd take that Tyrone Mings at Aston Villa. I like
Shout.
him. I like him. Rice, for, like I say, for Jesse and Sancho.
I don't mind that. I think
People keep saying
I think
someone
we'll struggle.
How Desha said Adama from what is shit? What do you want? Do you just want to see someone getting their arms greased up at the side of the pitch at Old Trafford?
Won't mind it.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
like
yeah.
what does he do, bro?
No, he don't do a lot.
All right, he's fast. All right, he
I
runs
think
around a bit.
if we
He's
had
good
him
dribbling.
now, let's say he'd come through
He's
our
got
academy.
99 dribbling
Yeah.
and 0 everything
But
else.
let's say he'd come through our academy and he was just at United.
He's better
with
than Dan
that price.
James.
He would get games.
Yeah, he's better than Dan James.
Yeah, but yeah, he's not worth what you'd have to pay for him. I agree with that.
One United linked with somebody from Leeds, so we could use Dan James as a swap deal.
It's a make weight, as they like to say.
Yeah.
Was it that fellow on the
Spanish
right?
lad won it.
Was it?
Rafinha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good in.
I agree with the three you picked, although I'd go Kane.
United are going to do more deals in Las Vegas this summer.
I know why. But I see like if you said Kane or Sancho right now, Sancho all day long. But if you just seen what the best striker in the world's just done.
Yeah.
Harry Kane can't.
But if you look
I
at
think
it,
you got to think past next season.
He's gonna
Because
get
Cavani
50
is
goals,
next
man.
season or bust. If
Yeah,
Edinson
but how do
Cavani
you
doesn't
know
win us the
Harry
Premier,
Kane
if
don't bust?
Edinson Cavani doesn't win us the Premier League next season, it doesn't matter. He isn't helping us win the Premier League. So he's got 1 year to do it. Harry Kane has got 5 years to do it.
Exactly.
If we sign a new contract with him, I think Cavani's great, but we've got him for 1 year.
could you take 1 year? If you're Mason, could you take 1 year of playing?
I
on
don't
the
think
wing?
Mason would mind
For
chilling
1 year.
chilling with Kane. I
For
don't
1
think
year,
that's-
you might be right there.
I think Mason Greenwood wouldn't mind.
It wouldn't be for 1 year either.
No, because I mean,
And Greenwood's
we
a
could
good-
have an England front three playing for United, and
Yeah.
that's pretty good. That.
Yeah, and you got to think long term, haven't you? It's not just about one season.
Play
Go
it.
on, well done.
Give it back.
3 English strikers at United, internationals as well.
Yeah, but
I mean, like you say, Kane's, if Mason goes with Rashford to the Euros and Harry Maguire, then have a little chat, lad.
I genuinely think though, we ain't getting Harry Kane, so I seriously think United fans should just sack that, knock it on the head. And if we get him, it's a bonus.
Well, yeah, but I want to be optimistic.
But be realistic.
I don't mind getting hurt.
How about that?
Oh, we were
Yeah, but-
getting Sancho all last summer, and it
Yeah,
never
it felt
happened.
realistic that we'd get Sancho last summer. We still didn't get him, so we might as well
That's true.
get excited.
We were going to get Bruno year before, weren't we? But we never got him in that summer, but we had to settle for him in January.
Yeah, and imagine how good this squad would be now with Bruno Fernandes in. Well, I guess we'll never know. Well done, David. But yeah, you're right. It felt like we were going to get him, and then it took another 7 months or 6 months.
The
whatever
last
it
day of
was.
the transfer window was an embarrassment.
Yeah.
They were panicking.
Yeah. Even Harry Maguire, it looked like we'd get him the season before we did under
Even
Jose.
if, even
and
if
then we never
these
did.
dumbass owners spend that type of money to get him, we still want him out anyway.
Yeah. People saying Kane will go to City. And I didn't get this. I saw this on Reddit, but you can bet your life you're going to see this 1,000 times.
No.
Citizen Kane being the headline if he does join Man City. You're going to see that all the time. Get ready for that this summer.
Is Citizen Kane a cowboy film? Back in the day?
No, it's a 60s film.
I don't think it's a cowboy film. It's a
Six-
film.
It wasn't a western.
No, it's a 60s film.
Go on, Andy. Look it up. I ain't seen it, actually. I should do. It's on my list of films I haven't seen.
It is a famous film.
Peter Knight, Cavani.
Which is different to the list of films I want to watch.
It's adjacent, but it ain't the same. Peter Knight says Cavani for a year makes sense to help Greenwood try and win the league and then go all out for Haaland next year with his buyout clause. Sancho is a must. Yeah, I can see that. But that's if your opinion is we can't win the league next year no matter what.
We're winning the league next year, and we don't need Kane. I'm telling you.
Oh, right. Citizen Kane was a 1941 film.
Oh, it's widely regarded as one of the best films of all time, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a western, isn't it?
No, it's not a bloody western.
With John Wayne's in it, isn't it?
No.
No.
What are you thinking of?
My nan used to love John Wayne. Like, you know,
Orson
do you remember
Welles.
do you remember when you used to get
Orson
the TV?
Welles was in Citizen Kane.
That's the one.
Do you remember when you used to get a TV guide?
Yeah.
And they'd sell like plates in it that you'd have to send like a form off for.
Yeah, and it'd have
and
like
pay $2.99.
It'd have like the royal wedding.
Yeah.
And all that sort
My
of
nan used to get the plates with like John Wayne on them.
Yeah.
Not the royal wedding ones. She used
Elvis
to
and
say,
that.
fuck the Queen. and that.
Elvis,
But
John Wayne.
she used to like all that shit. Yeah, Elvis. One of my aunts back in the day had a picture of Elvis in her house and his eyes moved.
Figure him much.
Really? They should have done a hips version.
Fucking scary shit.
That
man.
is a bit scary, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
he's cut a hole through the wall and he's watching you.
She was obsessed, mate.
Was she?
Weird things people had back in the day, innit?
Yeah, memorabilia used to be a big market, didn't it?
Still
Now
is.
people just have
Still
it.
is
Yeah,
if
but
you've
people
got the
just
right
have it like
stuff.
ironically now. Everyone's just googling like vintage memorabilia. They don't actually want the new stuff. They just want the house to look like it's full of old
I've got
stuff.
a bit of sci-fi memorabilia. Really,
You got some good shit in it.
Oh, I've got some good shit. Yeah. I can't wait to. That's my little nest egg for the
I've
future.
collected like United stuff, just
Yeah.
random bits over the years. which are funny as fuck.
People talking about Citizen Kane. It was Orson Welles' debut. I think it's correct. Orson Welles was 24 when he was in
Awesome
that.
is his first name.
Orson. You never heard of Orson Welles?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Do you know his last film?
His last film, yeah, it was.
Go
it was,
on.
it was the most recent.
No, it wasn't.
Avengers.
I know it. I know it. I know it.
It was the Avengers.
I've heard his
Age
name.
of
I don't know
Ultron.
what his face.
No,
looks
it
like.
wasn't.
It
No,
was.
it wasn't.
He played a rock, just a little stone.
No,
at the
it
side.
wasn't. It was 1986,
Go on then.
and it was in Transformers the movie, and he played the voice of the big bad guy Unicron, and he died within about a week of it. Oh, shugs! Great save.
Lindelof is dirty, bro.
Great
That's all I
save.
said.
So that was Orson Welles' last film.
Was it?
Well known.
It's a great pass, that, in fairness. But, I don't even...
Lindelof.
Is it, right? Lindelof could have done better. There are defenders who would have done better. But that is a sensational pass.
Nah, but Lindelof's an idiot.
Okay. Thank you.
How come
further
there's
questions,
certain
Your Honour.
man that get away with these dog shit performances?
But
And someone like Donny van der Beek or Bailly, who hasn't played regularly, comes in, looks a little bit rusty, and then they're not seen again. I find that shit bullshit.
I do feel for Donny,
Because
but
it stinks, bro. It stinks, bro.
If next season
Fred's stinking
Fred's
the
still
fucking
playing,
joint out every week.
He is.
McTominay the same. At least McTominay can hit a shot on target and didn't cost 50 million though. And then you got like Lindelof's like fucking being a big pussy on the pitch, getting muscled by little fucking geezers that are about 5 foot tall.
Missing Maguire.
Like, what's going? I refuse to believe he chased down any robber in fucking Sweden in the summer as well. That's bullshit as well.
He did.
He did not do that.
Was he wearing his dress at the time?
Perhaps. That robber might have been in his late 60s.
There's no way he ran down nobody.
You don't know how
Was
old
that
he
his handbag he went after it, chased after him in his dress?
Wan-Bissaka.
What's happened here?
Who's that?
Took a whack in the face. I
It
think.
looks like he
Nose
has, doesn't
bleeding. His nose is bleeding.
He's acting like he's
Was it
down
accident?
for the
Oh.
count a bit there. What happens here, Mason? Oh, of
Oh,
course
his
it's an
accident.
accident, yeah. It's his back. It's his like he goes to flick the ball and his back elbow comes round and gets.
Do you know if you finish second for the Champions League next season, does it help you in the draw for the
No,
seeds?
winning the Europa League does. Winning the Europa League puts you in pot one,
Right.
which is like level with the other champions or up there.
Basically, the top guys.
Yeah, and
Okay.
otherwise, I
And
think
then
it
if we
just
beat,
goes on.
when we beat City or Chelsea in the Super Cup.
Hmm.
We get both trophies. Hold them in the air.
That'd be good.
Does that increase your pot?
I don't think it does actually.
Yeah,
does
undisputed champion.
Does Super Cup increase your UEFA coefficient?
I'd
Wouldn't
imagine
it?
not by much.
Yeah.
If you're a scouser, it increases your ego.
If you win it, it probably doesn't it? Because you get coefficients in points for winning games, right?
Should do.
Yeah.
So it's like when you win, you boost your coefficients. Hey.
It's good that you don't have to wear a mask, isn't it? In the stadium.
It is your choice.
Is it? Is that what they've said?
Well, it's your choice.
It's outside though, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Kind
but
of.
Yeah,
If
ish.
you're on the concourse,
Like
you-
inside the concourse, I imagine you have to, but sat at your seat.
Yeah. Technically, it's an outdoor event, isn't it? Which is mad, isn't it? Because when you're there, it doesn't really feel like you're outdoors. Obviously, when it's
Depends where
fucking
you
freezing,
sit.
it does.
Depends where I sit, it doesn't.
If
But
you're
when I've
back-
sat in the bottom rows before.
Yeah,
it
that does.
and
But if
get
you're at the
pissed
back,
down on.
you don't get any wind on you generally. No rain.
You get good reception.
I never get that.
So-
I've never been able to receive a text in Old
I
Trafford.
can't wait for
ever.
pre-season. I'm going to watch.
In my Stretford end, actually, before I moved, I was moved by a few rows. But when I sat right at the back of the tier 2
Really?
Stretford end, I just had
Like literally
4G,
back row or not
the whole-
quite?
like one off the back.
Right.
I'd have 4G and that.
Did you?
I'm Jay, stand me.
And then now, since I've been moved, like, because I don't get how it works out. Maybe someone can explain it to me better. But they've put a disabled section in the tier 2, which I find a bit mad.
Must have lifts.
But it's right at the back, so fans can stand up and.
I haven't even seen
I
it.
don't get it.
Is the
but-
standing section ready for the start of next season? It is, isn't it?
It'd been Jay stand. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it is. They
Them
were saying
seats
it
will
was.
be in for next season.
Should try to test it today, innit?
Would have been nice.
I don't even think there's anyone up there. I don't think there's anyone's in the second tier.
Everyone needs to shoot, man. Come on, lads.
Be a lot. I'll be going to a lot of football next season. Even when United, I can't get to watch United away. So
It's going to be good, isn't it?
yeah, not bit of non-league, bit of Paddock. Football's football.
Corner to United. It's been a bit of a, I don't know, last 15 minutes or so, the game's just slowed down a touch, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Started off quite rowdy, United getting the goal, and then
Apparently,
just
I
calmed
dislike Lindelof because he's white. But my favourite players of all time are mainly white.
Why? What?
Beckham.
Is that why do you think?
Cantona and all that. Fucking good-looking brown fellas, ain't they?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Oh, you're forgetting is they're better than Lindelof.
Shoot!
So you're allowed to like them.
Oh!
That was a good effort by Bruno. Say that again.
You're allowed to like them because they're good.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy, he's not as good as those players, and he's also white, so it must be the white thing.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that he's not of the quality of.
But then when I
players.
hate like McTominay, it's because I hate British players.
Although you do say you don't like English goalkeepers, so defend that.
Yeah, they do worry me a bit.
Go
you know.
on. Oh!
I was shit by Bruno.
Just didn't get enough on it. It's the right idea, just didn't get enough on it, did it?
Yeah, English goalkeepers worry me, you know.
Yeah. When's the last time?
It's like if you buy a Brazilian striker, you're expecting fun time, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
On and off the pitch.
You get if you get
what nationality? If you had to you're just picking a nationality for each position. Goalkeeper.
Italian.
Oh, German. I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
All right, fullbacks. No,
Spanish.
You can go either way.
Brazilian,
Brazil.
Spanish.
I was thinking Brazilian as well.
Spanish, Brazilian.
Yeah. Centre backs, French or Italian.
Italian, possibly English.
Oh, English centre backs, not a bad shout
So
actually.
you've got Rio.
Yeah.
Racist John Terry.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah.
Midfielders.
Steve Bruce.
Iniesta.
Oh, that's just one person.
In midfield, it's tough to argue with Spain, isn't it, for midfielders?
It depends because
depends what you want.
Depends what era as well.
France,
you got France, you got Zizou, Pogba.
Dutch
those
midfielders,
kind of,
great
Dutch
point from
midfielders.
Seth. Yeah.
Even if you went English, you could go Robbo, Gascoigne, Scholes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Gerrard, Lampard, etc.
Yeah.
Irish.
Oh, good shout for.
Could do Keno. And Keno.
Irish, yeah.
And Keno.
It's hard, isn't it? Because it's going to be what we're basically looking at. What are the most successful countries ever?
Yeah.
And we're going to be picking them. All right.
Well, we picked
wingers
England.
then. Wingers then. See, for wingers, you're not going English.
Could go Portugal.
Could go Portugal. You're getting
Got
Ronaldo.
Figo,
But then again,
Quaresma.
Dutch
Messi.
wingers.
You could
Messi's
go
not a winger,
Portugal.
though, is
Well,
he?
I know, but he plays out on the right side.
You could go Argentina because then you get Maradona, Messi, Tevez, all them
Robin.
type
Dutch.
of dudes.
Oh, Dutch, yeah.
Dutch
you can
Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
tough.
you've got to say more than one player because that's...
Yeah, you need a couple wingers.
Van Nistelrooy, wingers wise. He's the only one I know.
Nistelrooy.
No,
Robin.
well, we're not picking him then, are we?
Robin.
Wales.
And Percy, Robin.
Wales for wingers.
Van der Vaart on it.
Van der Vaart.
Van der Vaart. It's got to be maybe Brazil. Ronaldinho.
Oh, sexy.
Who else?
Portugal's a shout, you know. Figo, Ronaldo, Quaresma.
Yeah, go Portugal for wingers. And then strikers.
Nani! Oh!
Strikers. This is tough though, isn't it now? All right, then.
R9. Yeah. You got R9. You could potentially... Do you include Ronaldinho even though he's attacking
we
midfielder?
put him in as a winger just then. We put him in as a winger.
You just included Ronaldinho as a winger?
I think he had his best years at left wing, yeah.
Alan Shearer.
Striker. I think it's hard to overlook Germany for strikers.
Abdullah said, when you mentioned an Italian keeper, did you mean Taibbi? I have you know, Taibbi was mint in Italy, yeah. And then he came to us and he was class at Anfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it all went shit.
A couple of points here. Brazil for strikers. We're looking at Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Adriano, Pele.
Someone also said Holland because then you got Van Nistelrooy,
Yes.
Kluivert, Bergkamp.
Not to mention Cruyff, Van Basten. But then Germany, you've got Muller.
Mateus.
You've got
Mateus.
Was he a striker?
France, you got Cantona. You got
midfielder.
Henry, you got Trezeguet.
Henry's a winger.
Bro, don't smoke crack.
No, he's a
around
striker.
here.
I'm joking. I think you got to go Brazil.
Brazilian
Pele
strikers.
and
Have
R9
we
up
just got
front.
Brazil everywhere?
Here's a question then. Should
Pele don't make
we
my
just
team.
go Brazil?
How about
Should we
that?
just go Brazil in every position? Because they might be the best footballing nation ever.
Brazil and Portugal plays.
So, okay, let's do what we're going to do. So, we went R9, Brazilian strikers. We
Yeah.
went Portugal wingers.
Yeah.
So, you got R9, Ronaldo.
Yeah. Actually, I think we need to separate CDM and attacking midfielders. So CDMs, I'm going France. We're talking Vieira. You're talking Kante. You're talking.
But you could do
Petit.
any midfielder. You got Zizou, Pogba.
Zizou as well. Chuck him in. Vieira and Zidane, there's your two midfielders. So France for defensive midfield. I know Zidane wasn't a defensive midfielder, but for the sake of this, we'll drop him back. Attacking midfielders, now you're talking Spain.
Nah.
Come on.
Because you got Zizou.
Yeah.
You just need to stay in France, bro.
Mata.
Vieira, Pogba,
Silva.
Zizou. Ooh.
That's mouth-watering.
You got to say Pogba's won a World Cup, so don't look at me stupid. Yeah, we said
There's that echo again.
Half time. Right. And then we're going full-backs, we're going Brazil. Centre-backs, we're going English. Goalkeepers, we're going Italian.
Rio.
I think we've got to go German for goalkeepers.
Lensman.
Nah,
Neuer.
no one's gonna lay him.
Neuer.
Kahn.
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 Kahn's better than Neuer. Neuer was good because a few kids loved seeing him run out of goal and do a step over.
Yeah. Right, let's go over to Alex and Ronaldo for our halftime show. Manchester United 1, Fulham 0. I mean, let's just start off by talking about that goal.
What a goal. Cavani, fans back in the stadiums, Edison Cavani, it had to be him, didn't it? It had to be.
It was perfect.
What a goal that
seen
was.
The screams up there though.
Unbelievable.
So he jumped on top of me.
Yeah, jumping all over the place with that. What a goal that was.
Nah, but on the fans, you can see the difference that it makes. So I feel like the players are a little bit more of a pep in their step. You got like...
They look happy.
It's like happy or you got that little bit of urgency. Bruno's all of a sudden taking long-range shots again. I feel like he stopped that for a while.
He had, well, he certainly wasn't hitting the target. Ronaldo's not got a microphone on to start with things, so things are going really well. I'll keep talking. Have a look at your comments. How good is it seeing more green and gold United jerseys? It's good to see some green and gold in the crowd. Edison Cavani just won goal of the year. It's up there, isn't it? It's up there. United gave or got voted as Bruno's goal against Everton, but do you think that one's better?
That's goal of the season for United, 100%.
It is, definitely.
Just the whole thing surrounding it, the season he's had, the fact that that's the first goal that fans will see, that's a goal that fans definitely deserved to be there for.
Certainly did. Have a look.
If they heard a
at
word they
them.
said, probably caught me in your mic then.
A few people saying, props to me getting the De Gea prediction. I mentioned this before the game. Do you think this is De Gea's last game at Old Trafford?
No.
I think it is. No.
I hope. I'm saying that in a hopeful sense, as in I don't want to see De Gea leave. I think De Gea's one of them players. I think McKola said this quite a lot, where if he goes, we'll regret it soon. And I do agree with that. I think good keepers are very, very hard to come around, especially with the weight that being a United keeper kind of brings. It's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different type of pressure. And I think people that are ready to anoint Henderson as the next big thing, I think it's a little bit too early for that.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at what else we've got here. People saying De Gea over Henderson. Why do we do goal of the season before the end of the season? I completely agree. Should be that. Someone said Ronaldo definitely doesn't listen to Metallica. Metallica fan, Ronaldo?
Nah, it's just a good hoodie.
It's a good hoodie. Right,
I've never heard a song from him, but got good designs on it.
People say there's another comment here. McFred playing decent. What did you make of our midfield so far today?
I think it's been all right. I think they've been decent. It's been okay. Nothing special from him, apart from Fred almost getting Bruno sent off for that one where he's jumped over the ball, they've collected it, and then Bruno's had that foul. But other than that, it's been decent. I think the attacking players have looked very lively, and I think that's as a result of the fans being there. There's a little bit more urgency. I think there's a little bit of a pep in the step, like I said, a bit of a pace that you kind of get from it, and you're more likely to try things. And we all talk about how inches matter and how half a yard matters in football, and I think that fans give players that little bit of a half a yard more.
Do you think Cavani tries that with no fans there? Maybe he does.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Do you think there might be something? There might be something in it. VJ's in the super chat saying, "Why is this team so bad at keeping the ball?" I think we've had like 85% possession. We've not been bad at keeping the ball in the slightest. I don't think there's anything wrong with keeping the ball. Have you sent me that super chat, Cam? Is that what you've sent me? Right, I'll have a look. This is a super chat that's been missed. Let me go through it. Would you want any players from the relegated club? That was Clark Kent super chat. I think Pereira from West Brom might be a good shot if you can get him in a decent deal. Another one of those good attacking wingers that could potentially do a job. Do you think anyone from Fulham? I don't think there's anyone from Fulham that you'd take him. You were mentioning Gea.
I think Gea looked all right.
Looks good, but I think it's still looking at 40 million.
No, I wouldn't.
I reckon which you wouldn't spend on that. I don't think.
What do you think of Gea though in the first? Apparently, he's had really, really good statistics all season.
Yeah.
And we've played with teams that have been relegated, and sometimes you can get him on a little bit of a bargain or a cheap, because I don't think he'd want to go back to the Championship after having a good showing in the Premier League. But other than that, I like the look of him.
I like him, but again, it's one of those with United where if you could get him for 20 million quid, you'd have him, but you're not. You're going to spend 30 million on him.
You know the United
tax is going to happen, and I just don't think it's going to happen. Comment there from Cameron Lucy, and this was Gary Neville was kind of saying this throughout the first half. Do you think this is the starting lineup for the Europa League final? I think this is kind of what it's going to go.
Yeah, Gary Neville had a little bit of a mention of that, innit?
Yeah, he said that he likes Mason on the right side, doesn't like Marcus out there, and he thinks that you can't drop Pogba, you can't drop Bruno. He's going to play that midfield.
Yeah.
I have a sneaky feeling he plays Rashford over Greenwood, but What do you reckon to that? Do you reckon this
Gary
is the
Neville
team?
tried to suggest that he felt the team looked a little bit more balanced without Rashford on the right, and it's a big statement that he made, and it's something I don't know if it's that arguable because of the form that Greenwood's been in, but I think it's going to be a big shock and a big surprise if there's Europa League final and Rashford's not in the starting lineup. So that's something I'd be quite surprised about. I've seen a few comments here. Someone asked me a question. I'm going to try and pronounce his name. Verendrasin.
Good effort.
Is Ronaldo, do you think we get sloppy giving away the ball? Defensively, we are bad under pressure? I think that's a problem that we've had all season, but we have enough quality going forward to kind of make up for it. And I think we have, because believe it or not, obviously I think it's not a massive surprise. We want strikers, we want wingers in the transfer window. That's all people are talking about. But going forward in goal scoring and chances created and possession and all the offensive statistics that you want to think about, United are right up there in the league. So I think we need to kind of strengthen a little bit further back.
I think we need a little bit of strength in depth up there. I think that would be a great thing to have. But I do think that Jack's put a comment in there, and I'm not going to lie, mate, it's absolutely ridiculous. United should go for Eric Dyer in the summer, £60 million versatile man. Unless he's just no. He's so bad for Tottenham. He's not a good centre half. He doesn't play that well in midfield. Let's not have any Eric Dyer anywhere near Manchester United Football Club. That ship has completely sailed on Eric Dyer coming in. A few more comments as well. Yeah, so we've got McFred in their midfield playing quite well. I think that's where we've got to strengthen. Also, that was what I was going to do on centre halves wise, talking about Axel Twanzebe. There's a few people there saying I think Axel's our second best centre half, and he's shown that today. Do you think there's something in the fact that Axel's playing on the left hand side today? I think he looks comfortable there. Lindelof's on the right. You've seen a couple of them long diagonal balls. I think that's where he's most comfortable. In midweek, you switched them. You paid Bayer on the right, Lindelof on the left. Lindelof didn't look comfortable. Do you think that the fact that maybe Axel's not playing alongside Harry Maguire as much is because one of those then has to play out of position? Do you think that Harry maybe wants to play on the left?
I'm always kind of fascinated.
I don't know about centre because I've never played centre half. I couldn't imagine doing it. So playing on the left or the right of it, I just think, well, he's centre half.
Well, neither have I. But I've always heard about this little thing about centre halves getting them really worked up about what side of the two that they are, whether it's right or the left, and the fact that angles and all that stuff kind of matters to them depending on where they play in that two.
Yeah.
But I think if you're a good defender, you can kind of deal with it. But I know I think it matters a little bit to players.
I think playing out at the back a bit, I think there's definitely something there. I think where you want to play it, whether you're comfortable opening up and playing out that way, whether you're more comfortable playing across your body. I think that Axel's show, and especially he's played that well from the back, he's stepped forward. He's done what Harry Maguire does well, which is linked up with play further forward. Whether he can do that on the right-hand side is something different. Whether he's more comfortable there. He's played in the three on the right-hand side a couple of times and looked okay. But I'm not too sure.
Someone's mentioned Souness saying that the goal was offside, and are you surprised by that? I said that before the game, innit? Like, if there's a United game on Sky and Souness is doing the punditry,
and they've got Jimmy
don't
Floyd,
watch.
Hasselbank and Souness.
It's the worst, most anti-United panel.
They hate us. Hate us with a passion. But yeah, the goal being offside, they couldn't disallow that, could they? Even if it was. How good was that?
Too good.
They could not disallow that goal.
Well, too good. You just got to give Bruno the assist, give Dyer the assist, whatever.
Yeah,
but you can't disallow goals like that.
Yeah. Let's have a look. What else we've got in the comments here? Souness saying Bruno didn't get a touch, which is why you can see it did get knocked. Not too sure.
I would have made it better. Pogba scored it.
If Pogba had
would have said,
it would have been full meltdown. Yeah. We've got also. I like Axel, but I don't think we have seen enough from the Premier League to know for sure. I think there is a little bit of that. I think a lot of it is though. I think he's more comfortable with. Lindelof and Maguire.
I think Axel's very good when it comes to like the 1v1 aspect of defending. When it's like his physicality, he doesn't really get ran away from. He's tackling, but I think he has a little bit of lapse in concentration that kind of lets him down a little bit. And that's why I think if you're playing him, it's almost like, in some weird, in a sense, he's the kind of centre-half mould that people want to pair alongside Maguire because he's got some of the attributes that he doesn't have.
Yeah.
But it's just about Axel showing that consistency and actually taking that step up if he wants to actually play.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to look in a transfer window for a centre-half, which I think is a bigger need than the forwards, as I keep saying.
Eduardo's got a comment here about people on the right-footed centre-halves like to play on the right because of the versatile angles of passing. If right-footed centre-backs play on the left, they have to have a wide range of passing and a decent weak foot. Isn't Harry Maguire right-footed?
Yeah, Maguire's right-footed.
Yeah.
Didn't Rio play on the left side?
Yeah. I think it's just.
I think John Terry played on the
I
left
think
side.
it's just where you're comfortable. I think.
Yeah,
I think that Axel, maybe looked more comfortable on that left-hand side. Who knows? I do think there's something in the fact that Axel's been slated a few times coming off the bench in games, and he's had to come out and he's made some mistakes. I think it's easier as a player coming on and starting for Manchester United centre-half. I think coming into this team, because we are maybe a little bit frantic and all that kind of stuff, and I think fitting into it, the mistakes he's made them coming off the bench. He's made them when he's not had time to fit into the game, and I do think that starting the games you'd see better from Axel Tuanzebe. But I think to drop Harry Maguire and to drop Victor Lindelof would be harsh all season. I think they've done a little bit better than people said. Let's have a look. A few more. It was offside. To be fair, don't agree. Of course, it was onside. I looked at it. So it has to be onside. It was onside.
Don't matter anyway. Goal was given.
Abhinav Verma's put a comment in. LVG wanted one right-footed and one left-footed centre-back for that reason. Remember all that? He signed about 6 left-footed in his first transfer window.
Yeah, it's because left-footed centre-half seem to be a bit of a rarity as well.
There's not many of them.
Especially when they're good.
Yeah. What else have we got? Paul Papple saying we need to get a CDM centre-back and winger way before we need a new striker. Wait a year, then go for Haaland. Forget about Kane this season. I tend to agree with that. I think with the fact that we've got Edison Cavani, I think it's guy on the right-hand side. But someone like Harry Kane is gettable. You get him. If you can get him, you get him. What's your thoughts on it?
Kane, Haaland? Who'd you rather? The age thing.
The age thing's a big thing. Of course it is. But I'd probably say Haaland. But I think you get Haaland, it's another circus again, and you get Haaland.
Yeah, I think if United get Haaland, don't expect him to stay at United.
He does 3 years.
His whole career. That is the thing, though. He'll do 2, 3, 4 years. He's got Raiola as an agent. It will turn into a little bit of a mercenary.
And I think that's what he wants. I think that's the kind of transfer he wants. He wants to send him to someone like United.
Yeah.
Because if he sends him to City, they won't sell him. They don't need to sell him. What's the point? They don't need any money. They're not trying to recoup any money. So if they sign him now, that's him for 10 years. Raiola's like, well, there's no point. If we went to Barcelona or Madrid or United or not even Chelsea, if we went to Chelsea or City, they're not going to sell him.
Exactly.
Keep him. So I just don't think he goes there. But I do think Harry Kane to one.
Talking about strikers, man. Obviously, we've got Cavani as a stopgap. We've got Greenwood that could be moulded into that number 9 position. There's just bigger needs elsewhere. So if we've got a limited transfer budget, and the Glazers don't want to spend that much, I'd rather it be spent in a place where we are very weak, and that has got to be
midfield.
CDM
Has to be midfield.
and behind.
Yep.
And I think we've got enough going forward into next season to be fine.
Yep. What else do we have in the comments? Chris has said Sancho, Souček and Ben White. I think that will, not too sure on Ben White, but I think that would be a pretty good summer if we did end up with those 3 players. That is the 3
how much
positions
those
we
players
need.
would cost though when it comes
That's
to United. The
250 million worth of players there. What else have we got in the comments? Let me have a look for you guys. Did Bayer get a new contract? He did get a new contract, which makes kind of, not playing today, whether that's a case of resting him, whether he needs time on the bench.
Yeah, he's probably not playing today, Bayer, because the other day he played twice in 48 hours, and this is a man that's made out of glass. So when you
can't just keep playing him.
I saw him start the second game, and I was like, I think I tweeted it out, and I was like, whoa, Bayer, 2 games in 48 hours. He's probably going to need a 6-month recovery after.
He may need a break. I think there was a choice there. You couldn't have Tuanzebe play 2 games in 48 hours, both similar, not really played too many games. So who knows about all that. What else have we got in the comments? We're keeping Bailly and we'll sell Lindelof. I don't think we're selling anyone. I don't think we'll sell any of our centre-backs this summer. I think we need to keep a hold.
I think when people say sell, it's because, as a United fans, we're always talking about players that we can bring in, but there's only so much money, and some ways of kind of funding or justifying the amount that you spend and the net spend and the stuff that they calculate when it comes to business. We have got to make big choices when it comes to who we sell, because if we can get someone that might be a little bit surplus to requirements and we get a decent amount of money in, we're talking about 30 mils, 40 mils that we could probably get for some of our players, it could be put towards getting an extra player or getting that player that we might have not been able to get without that little bit of an influx of money from someone that we've sold.
Yep. Come on, lads. If Bailly was not injured, he'd be a great player. Well, it's but he is. So, Bailly, he's always injured. Not today, he's not, but usually he has been for the rest of the season. You can't
just getting rested. He played twice in 2 days over there,
Yeah.
and your buys.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's have a look. What else have we got?
Score predictions.
Lindelof, Bailly, Maguire are all awful and not United standard. Sound. All right, that's it. Get rid of them all. Start again. But 1-0 to Manchester United from the first half. Good. What's your prediction for the second half? What do you think the final score is going to be?
I said 3-0 before the game.
You're going to stick with 3-0?
Probably comfortable. Because I knew Fulham would come into it with nothing to lose. But I thought that because obviously they've been relegated already, they might adjust their lineup a little bit, look to next season. I thought I would have a chance to turn them over.
I'm going to go for 3-1. Right, second half is just about to kick off. Going to hand you over to the lads right now.
We're back. Second half is just about to kick off. They've gone with some score predictions there. Do you want to change yours? What was yours before? 3-0?
I said 3-0. He said 4.
4. You sticking with that?
6-0.
Andy?
3-0. I'm sticking with 3-0. I
I'm going
will
to
take a 2-0.
Job you, Andy.
I'm going to stick with 1-0. Even if I don't think it will be, I'll stick with my prediction until it's
until Fulham score.
Yeah,
Oh,
or until
shit.
United score a second, which hopefully will be immediately.
Hold the fucking front page. Fred just completed a pass.
He's not been bad today, other than that one thing that almost led to their goal.
Rather not talk about Fred.
And it's look, a lot of people go to me, what about McTominay? First off, I don't think McTominay is the answer. Second off, he didn't cost 52 million. Third off, when he shoots and it goes on target, we don't laugh at him.
No, we're not.
It goes in.
He scores goals.
It goes in.
Like, we spent 52 million pounds on a Brazilian that's not Brazilian, and he can't pass, shoot, score. Can't even sell me a dream and lie to me and do a step over. Like, bruv, lie to me.
Got good work rate.
Remember Andreas Pereira?
Tries hard.
Bit useless. Chucked in a step over every now and then.
Yeah.
Let me know he was Brazilian.
Yeah.
Would you forgive him if he scores the winner next Wednesday?
No. Still not good enough, isn't it?
You'd be happy.
No,
You'd be
Fergie didn't go.
Yeah.
All right. Teddy Sheringham and Ollie's my starting 2 now. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kika Makeda is a 10-year contract. Yeah, he didn't do that. Free kick to Fulham. Right
One of
side.
life's great mysteries.
And if he scored, I'd probably say, what is it Keano says? That's his job.
He did.
It's a shot.
He did score against Tottenham, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, couldn't have missed.
No, but he got in a good position. You can't knock that.
He followed
got
the
in a good
ball
position.
in.
Yeah, he did. No one else did, and it was an important goal as well. But yeah, what was that? His first goal all season. And again, it don't even matter if he doesn't score. If Fred never scored for United, then no one would care. But it's not about that, is it?
We got a new super chat which says he's from Abhinav, and he says Shaw's been bad since Steve started praising him.
I know. No, he's been all right, sure, but he fucked up for their second goal or third goal the other day. Just ran straight into them.
Alan says Fred is from Dudley and worked at Mackey's when he was 16.
That's true.
Could be right,
So B&Q as well. He did a summer at B&Q and then he went to Mackey's full time.
What did you do for work experience?
What, when I was at school?
Yeah.
I did 2 weeks at a primary school. I was like an assistant teacher at Langold Dyscar Primary School. Year
Schools
twos.
didn't do fucking work experience, did they?
Yeah. What, work experience at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do
In
2
year
weeks.
10?
Yeah, we had to do 2 weeks work experience, and I went to a primary school and did it. Yeah. I got told off actually once.
Andy?
We'll get into that.
I worked.
Did you do work experience back
Yeah, I
then?
did. Back in the day, I worked at Parcel Force.
Work experience back then.
I worked at Parcel Force for 2 weeks. It's all right.
Was it?
Yeah.
What was your favourite bit of working at Parcel Force?
The cafeteria and the arcade machines.
Arcade machines? How's that allowed?
Double Dragon back in the day.
What,
They wait around a lot
inside
in
of
it,
Parcel
don't
Force?
they,
No, that
Parcel
was just
Force?
nicked. That was someone tried to deliver one, and you were like, "No, we get to keep one thing a year, and this year we're keeping the arcade machine." That's what they did. There's a hot tub through there from 2001, but that's what they do. It just never turned up. We never turned up at the depot, and you're just singing in the hot
in a
tub
postal
machine.
in a postal office.
Yeah.
I spent 2 weeks at home.
Did you?
Because my dad was just... I wanted to do it with my dad so I could just mess about.
That's the whole idea behind it,
Yeah.
famously.
If your dad's a trucker,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Nah, he was like, yeah, you got to fill in... and then I didn't fill in the forms. And then I went into school for the first day and I was like, fuck this, I'm not coming back in. And I just had 2 weeks off.
Oh, that's good.
Most kids probably just made brews for everybody for 2 weeks.
Yeah, fuck that as well.
I learned a lot of my experience.
Two of my mates went
Two
to
sugars.
decorated with one of my mates' uncles and fucked up the joint.
That's funny.
I was wild jealous of that. Like, I wanted to mess
imagine
up
you're
something.
like, right, we're getting all these walls skimmed and then repainted. You know, that's going to be $3.5 grand.
Is this
Bit
like an
pricey.
in-betweeners thing?
Yeah,
You go for
and
the
then-
mechanic.
And
I
then you're
want
like,
to be
we've
a
got a couple
pilot.
of new lads today. They're both 14, and they're going to be doing your living room. You're like, oh, well, that's fucking ruined then, isn't it? Brushes in everywhere, paint on all my ornaments and stuff. They didn't put any paper down on the floor. The floorboards are ruined.
Yeah, the in-betweeners work experience episode. That's a good one.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, like that.
My dad used to force me to do stuff like that. Like, my dad's good, in it. So those that are good, man's looking.
If your dad's
to
got a
save
cool job,
money.
you know you got a cool.
He's
2
looking to
weeks.
save money, bro. And
So
he
he's
just
making you do the
make me do work. I remember I had to paint this room once,
Yep.
and then I was on the ladder painting it, and my little cousin, I don't know why she was there in the house, was messing about, and then the paint tub dropped off the ladder and hit the window. And
Dropped
it was just like,
off the ladder.
Yeah.
Who knocked it off the ladder, Adam?
My cousin was messing about, bro.
So you knocked it off?
No.
Do you know what? Do you know something? I can tell by the way you told that story that what actually happened is you knocked it off, but you want your cousin to be taking
It was
the
her
blame.
fault, bro.
Her fault, but
Yeah.
it was you.
It wasn't me.
Talk us through how it happened and tell us who made the contact.
Huh?
Who made the contact with that paint for it to fall
It
off the
wasn't
ladder?
me.
Who was on the ladder at the time?
I was on the ladder.
Right, and where was the paint? On the ladder?
Yeah.
And then it ended on the floor?
On the window via the
Did your
via
cousin knock the
on the
paint
floor
or
via
knock
the
the
window.
ladder?
No further
Knock the
questions,
ladder.
Your Honour. I think we
So
all know who did it in this case.
Technically, it's both your faults.
Bruv, why are you... Andy, come on.
You can't blame a young
So
kid.
Adam knocked
How
some
old was your
paint
cousin?
on the floor.
How
and he's
old was your
blaming his
cousin?
No, but I was like 16 and she was probably like 13, 14.
So you were also in charge. You were the
No, I
legal
was in
guardian.
charge, man.
Legal guardian.
In fact, I was in school.
This is despicable.
It's a shared
Trying to throw a
responsibility.
13-year-old under the bus when you threw that paint, and you know you did.
I didn't.
What happened
But
then?
then my dad never asked me to paint nothing again. So fuck him.
Oh, that's good.
I was that kid that if you asked me to go make you a cup of tea, tea's going to be shit.
Yeah.
Now you won't ask me again.
That's good. Though. I like that rule. Especially good when we're gonna go help save some dogs from an animal sanctuary. Oh, dogs have died. You won't ask me to help with that sanctuary anymore. Dogs have died now. That's not a good way to do things. That's not a good way to do things, is it? Right, I will make you a cup of tea, but I have shat in one of those mugs. One of them's got a big poo in it, like a flake. So if you want me to do tea again, I will. Oh! I thought that gone in. I thought Bruno had scored that free kick then. It looked like it, didn't it?
It did.
Jesus, Louises.
Fred always looks stressed, doesn't he?
Apparently, this is based on one comment.
It's not Fred Bruno.
Red card Cancelo. So that might be true, that might not be true, but that's what's happening. City are 1-0 up against Brighton, but, unless they are deducted points, we can't catch them anyway, so what do we care? Abhinav says, Shaw's been bad since he started praising him. You read that one. There was another one as well. Lucario 95. Okay, weird one, I guess. Aaron Wan-Bissaka centre back with Maguire. Thoughts?
I didn't hear the whole.
Wan-Bissaka at centre back.
I could see him working like Carl Walker in a 3, not a 2.
Yeah.
Played Mace.
Oh, go on, lad. Go on, Mace.
Go on, Mace.
Good defending.
Oh,
Good
unlucky
defending.
son.
Unlucky.
It's good defending now.
Unlucky son. Just got crowded out. Didn't
Someone
he?
in the comment, well done, Fred. Someone in the comments saying they can
Shoot,
see
Tom.
they can feel a goal coming. It does have a bit of that feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Have they said that because they've seen the goal?
I don't think so.
Put this to bed and I'll make some changes.
Bruno wants
You'll
a
make
goal.
the changes.
No,
Go
but
on,
that's what has been said.
Text Ollie.
Is it on the red button?
Andy, text Ollie. Get the changes made.
Yeah.
Sort it out, mate.
Would be cool if they could allow a fan in to give us some advice at half time. Would be cool for every club.
Shea Fanny.
In it, to bring a fan in to give a half time team talk.
Isn't there a story about Harry Redknapp and there was a fan?
He'd do that, wouldn't he?
Stood behind him at a friendly, giving a player absolute grief, and he's saying, "You think you can do better? Then come."
I've
And
heard
he
something
made him
like that. Yeah.
Either made him sit in the dugout and manage the team, or he made him go on the pitch.
He gave him 1 year as manager of Tottenham.
Harry Redknapp.
Oh, you think you could do better?
No, I don't
Here, I'm taking all my clothes off. You put my suit on, and you're the manager of Tottenham for the remainder of my contract.
Adam's
And you know
right,
what?
because I
And
have
you know
heard
that
that
man was
story. I have
Jose
heard that
Mourinho.
story.
Oh, so here we go. It's the day Harry Redknapp brought a fan on to play for West Ham. So remember, everyone seen that video where Harry Redknapp sat with Frank Lampard, right? And someone calls out Frank Lampard being shit, and he's
and
he's like, this guy's going to be the one day. And you're talking, which I like because it came true as well. But I liked it. But yeah, ever since he was 5 years old, Steve Davis dreamed of playing for West Ham. And he was at the game. I'm trying to cut this short, so let me just skim through this.
It's a foul.
So he goes...
I think the longer version would be better than silence.
I know.
I'm reading the whole article here. I don't want to read the whole article.
Well, me and Andy can talk to you.
Pick out the juicy bits.
So basically, this fan was giving some players an Harry Redknapp
during a proper match, or during like pre-season?
During a pre-season friendly.
Right.
And Harry Redknapp went, all right, you fucking talking a lot, ain't you? Get your boots on, get your shirt on, get in a fucking team then.
I love that.
And he did.
Would you do it pre-season?
I would, yeah. I had this
I'd do it
dream,
for sure.
recurring dream when I was a kid.
Yes.
That I was sat in alongside the touchline at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
One sec. Oh, Greenwood. Oh, shit. He did well there because the header kind of stacked.
He fluffed his header, didn't he? And then got the follow-up on target.
Is that their goalkeeper nipple?
Who's offside?
That could be offside.
Pogba, maybe? He's not offside because the player behind him's playing him on.
Yeah, they're like exactly level, aren't they?
It's the Lionel's seen that. That's quite amazing.
You had this dream. What?
I used to have this dream that like Gary Neville got injured and I came on for him as a substitute, like when I was a kid at Old Trafford.
Did you score?
I can't remember. I just remember like.
And was just brought in to do a job?
I had it a lot. Didn't you ever have recurring dreams?
Yeah.
Another recurring dream was me getting chased up this ladder that was never ending by loads of people. That was a shit scary.
That's scary.
One.
And mine was
and another one was
kick
dropping off the
in
flat
winner.
that I used to live in.
Win the FA Cup with a bicycle kick.
I do remember. I do remember playing for United, and we were 2-0 down, and I scored with 5 minutes to go, and we're about to equalise. And you get shouted, "It's time for skill."
You know them dreams when you try to get back to sleep. I fucking love it, that dream. Let me get back to sleep.
I had a dream once where we went to Disneyland and because we were never like, do you know when you go somewhere and there's those kids who are like, oh, go in the gift shop and get yourself like a teddy or something. We never got like anything.
Yeah, we
like
never
that.
had them treats.
So you like the treat
was being there.
Being there. Not like, oh, go and get yourself a Mickey Mouse teddy.
Can I have
chance.
a picture of me on the right?
Can you
Get
fork?
fucked.
It's fucking £4
We'll
for
take
that.
a picture of it from here.
Yeah, what do you want a keyring for? You ain't got keys, you're 6 years old.
Yeah, good point, man.
But I had a dream that we went to Disneyland and we got like all the toys, the gift bags, the goodie bags, like the little robots and stuff. And then I woke up and looked on my desk like that. Nothing was there. And I tried to go back to sleep so I could play with the toys because I never actually played with them. Couldn't get back to it.
Did you ever get a
so
moment?
Upset. I still feel upset about it.
Did you ever
now,
get a
actually.
moment in life as a kid where you got so jealous of somebody?
You ate your own
In
feces.
a toy shop. No. In a toy shop where you want that thing and your parents say you can't have it yet. And
yeah, I used to go Toys R Us just to ride around in the cars, bro.
30 seconds later, this kid comes round, mum and dad, you can have that. And the face, I still remember that kid to this day. I still hate that kid.
If you saw him now,
good reason.
Let's say that boy had never aged. He's still a 6-year-old boy. Would you punch that child?
Yes,
Call
I
him
would.
Yeah, good lad.
Bear in mind, he's older now.
Because that was
no, he's not. He's still a boy.
That was my moment.
Yeah.
That was my childhood moment where you know that little spoiled little brat got everything and you had to settle for one.
Yeah.
One try and he was getting back 4 or 5.
Oh, that's a ball anyway. Sam Potter says, first and last goal with fans at Old Trafford was over 40 yards. Mint. We were saying, they were from essentially the same spot on the pitch, weren't they?
McTominay,
With Tomine and the Cavani goal. Very similar position.
Maybe it was destiny.
Yeah. Killian Wallace, we were watching Sky at half-time spend all season talking about VAR, zooming in over and over, analysing goals. But now they spend 5 minutes zooming in on Bruno's feet saying VAR should have disallowed the goal, zero self-awareness. Yeah, exactly. It's like the whole. Well, if you don't see it straight away, you shouldn't overturn it, and then they're trying to do that to
hate
lose
that.
as
And
a
it's
goal.
like people moan about VAR constantly,
Yeah.
And then when VAR does a decision, they criticize it down to the last fucking pixel, and it's like, bro, we've only got VAR. I remember being one of those people that said, I do not want VAR yet because like it changes the game from what it is at grassroots, what it is on a Sunday, on a Saturday.
No
like,
emotion.
Even game is now different.
Championship
I mean,
doesn't
goal
have it.
line technology does that, but
Yeah.
that's factual, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even then, that made a mistake last
But
year.
one mistake in like 5 years.
But you know what I mean, innit?
Yeah.
And now they've gone from moaning about the refs constantly to we need VAR. So now moaning about the VAR that we need. It's the ref's fault, bro. This referees are shit. What does the R stand for in VAR?
Refs.
Exactly.
Virtual assistant ref.
Don't blame the video. Blame the ref. They're all shit. Maybe we need to change refs. Maybe we need a wholesale change of refs. Maybe. You know who the best lino is? The female lino. Maybe there's something in that.
What, all female refs exclusively?
Then you never see a man shout at him because you go to do it and then you think,
I think Rashford's
it's gonna
coming
look
on.
so bad, isn't it? See, you don't do it.
He is.
Yeah, but it's more about who's best at making decisions.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
she always. I've never seen her make an offside decision wrong. Have you?
I can't.
I
I don't really notice particularly.
Small sample size.
Yeah,
but
I don't get
proven,
right. Let me just watch this linesman in particular. Stephen Dickinson said, "Evening, gents, aka the Three Amigos." Thank you. Question is, what's the best prank you've ever played on someone at work up the paddock?
We did a prank. This is a
on
great prank. So it wasn't at work. Basically, when I was a student, do you remember them things when you used to like sign up to go and taste beer and stuff and get paid like 25 quid? Like do taste tests and tests and
sorry,
like,
I did run them at
little
college
different
once.
like bullshit like that. We used to be signed up to these, and I remember like we were broke, bro. It was summer and that, and we was like, right, how many of us can we get to this thing? So we took about 6 of us, 2 cars full, to this thing to do all these tests. And then when we've come out, there's a group of them still in there, but we had my mate's car keys in it.
Great save.
So we moved his car. It's a pretty easy one. We just moved his car from where it was, and like kept the keys and that. My mum was flapping, and we held onto it for like a good hour or 2.
Oh, that's sad.
Like, and he was proper flapping for his car. And then we were like, oh, just chill, it's just parked down here.
That was nice. Did he laugh about it, or was he just pissed off?
I think he was still fuming.
I don't really do pranks, to be honest, because I get too mad when someone tries to do a prank on me. Or if someone hides somewhere and jumps out on me, I just want to smash their face in. I don't find it funny.
What, to leap out like Pennywise?
Yeah, that's scary. Like when my heart rate goes up dead fast, I hate it. So I don't really do pranks.
You
do
try that
pranks,
on a night
Andy?
shift, mate, when people, you're concentrating and somebody steps out.
Yeah. That was a
Pennywise.
great couple of
Excuse me.
saves by the Gea there, by the way. Fantastic.
Did you do
double
Miles'
save.
super chat?
I'm on it now. Thoughts? Well, actually, we've got 2. Abhinav said the goal line error cost United Jack Grealish. That's a great point, because Villa would have been relegated if that Sheffield United goal had gone in.
But we never sold Pogba, and I think it was dependent on that.
Okay.
But you could be right.
Miles Van Eaton says, thoughts on Axel today and on the season? I believe he's the future still, and for his position, he's still incredibly young. He's been all right today. He's not really had a lot to do, has he?
He needs consistency, he needs a run of games, but unfortunately, he's not going to get it at United.
Joe sleeping on De Gea, another great double save. Yeah,
Scott
just said,
injured.
Fantastic double save. Brilliant. Scott, who? McTominay?
Scotty too, aren't you?
Has he gone off? If he has, I missed that.
Means you play your strongest side again, like this Sunday against Wolves.
Nah, he won't. Today, this is the closest we'll see to the Europa League finals team.
Yeah, because it's.
I think
home
maybe if Maguire makes it, something keeps telling me he will.
Really?
But if
What,
it
injected
does,
up to 4?
I think Twanzebe and Bailly are playing for that spot if Maguire's not available. And then you've got. I think Pogba will start on the left, Rashford on the right. I think Bruno will start, Cavani will start.
Have to watch that, man. Have to watch that via Real because
McTominay and Fred are gonna start. I know we don't like it, but it's gonna happen. Lindelof is gonna start. Wan-Bissaka Shaw gonna start, and De Gea is gonna start. So it comes down to Maguire's position, innit? And that maybe Pogba's position, because if you could take, if Fred continues to stink the players out, you could drop Pogba deep. But then Pogba wasn't great in that position the other day.
And also, he rarely plays Pogba and McTominay as a 2. And he used to play Pogba and Matic last season, didn't he? But
that's probably our best centre.
But we've not seen that in a long
centre
time.
midfield partnership, to be fair.
We've not seen Pogba and Matic together
Pogba
for
and Matic
ages.
is the best one, isn't it?
Well, if
It's difficult to put it together regularly.
Matic last season or Matic 4 years ago, then definitely. But we haven't seen that in a while.
Even I think our winning record with them is better than with Fred and McTominay. Although there's a bigger sample size for Fred and McTominay.
Yeah. Free kick to Fulham.
Second goal would be
35 yards out.
We definitely need a second goal. Just to, enjoy the last half hour.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, that Europa League final, their manager's won it. He's been in 7 finals, won 3 of them, hasn't he? Ex-Arsenal boss.
I know. I don't know how many he's been in.
He won 3 at Sevilla, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was obviously in the final for Arsenal. In the final again now.
So I take nothing for granted. But it is Matt Busby's birthday.
Is it?
26th of May, and it's the anniversary of the treble.
30 years since we won the greatest competition of them all. The Cup Winners' Cup.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 26th of May 99 is when we won the treble. And I remember them saying during the commentary, it's Sir Matt's birthday and all that.
Too good to be true, that,
It was destiny.
Yeah, we've got to win that.
And even 08 was destiny because it's 50 years on from Munich.
This is what pisses
And
me off.
it was 21st of May, that was.
Did Pep make a reference mocking our 2008 win? You win a Champions League with a slip. Because I think that was more destiny to win that Champions League.
Fuck Pep Guardiola. Who cares if
It just pissed me off with that comment.
Don't let that bold little man affect you, Andy.
Or maybe a slip will fuck them over against Chelsea.
Oh, that's a good head of that.
Everyone next year, especially if they get Harry Kane, everyone in the Premier League needs to start rattling up Pep. Because he will get rattled and he will start crying and he will fuck off.
Do you think?
We can't let them be good and let him be comfortable. We have
They
to
are
rattle
good,
him.
though.
We need
And
everyone.
he is good.
Ollie to call him a wanker in the press, call him bold, call him this, that. We need, who's the other managers? Klopp to rattle him.
If City get him, they're complete.
Ryan Mason to rattle him. We need Tom.
Oh, hello.
Is that a pen? No.
Free
Yeah.
kick.
Rashford with the flipsy flapsy.
Flip flop, oopsie.
If City
whoopsie.
get him,
Gone.
their team's complete.
Has he given a penalty or a free kick?
it's not
Free kick.
Yeah, it's a free kick.
It's a great little skill, that, isn't
But
it?
he landed
He
in
did
the
the
area.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho was so good, wasn't he? Those 2003 to 2005, Ronaldinho was one of maybe the most exciting player in
There's a geezer who
my
used to call
lifetime.
Ronaldinho because he had buck teeth and he used to try to do skills, but he was shit.
That's the same, isn't it?
And there was this other short, rapid guy who was shit. Who he's called Sean Wrong Phillips.
Oh, that's nice. Right, wrong. I get it. It's nice.
He was good at shouting out Phillips.
He was all right. Free kick to United.
Bradley
Right on
Wright
the edge of
Phillips
the
scored
18
loads
box.
in America, didn't he?
Was it Toronto he's played for?
New York Rebels?
That's the one. Yeah, he did. He scored loads. And he was the worst of the two brothers, wasn't he? Go on. Free kick. Bruno Shaw stood over it.
Is it Ian Wright's sons, isn't it? Or he's related to them somehow?
Yeah, is this their son?
His son?
They're his sons,
Adopted son. One's adopted.
Oh,
One,
okay. Well, he's still his son,
One's
isn't
his son. Yeah, still his son.
Tugged him back there.
That's shit, that Fred.
Yeah, what shit. He tried to roll the ball over his foot and his foot just it
Take that
spun
foul all
out of
day
his
long,
foot, didn't it,
bruv.
with Miles?
No foul, nah?
Axel looks hurt
Oh,
there.
there was a foul. But he played on.
Pogba just crossing it to no one there.
Now, Bruno was there, but then he ran out and ran back in. So Pogba should have watched.
Well
but
done,
I
Luke
did
Shaw.
think he saw Bruno in the box.
Shaw, Rashford.
Oh, played rash.
He's kept it.
Ball.
Cross. Go on!
Oh!
Fucking hell.
Cavani thought Shaw had it. Greenwood thought Cavani had it.
Yeah.
To me, to you. Fuck's sake.
Just put it in.
That geezer's borrowed his missus' mask today, had he?
Yeah. Well, I need one quick. Fucking hell, I'm coming straight from work. I ain't got one.
Fucking flowers on it.
That's exactly how the situation.
Just can I borrow it? Can I not borrow yours?
I told you to get it ready earlier.
Yeah, I
on
know, and I
today.
didn't. What we're going to do now? Not let me in.
Where
You got your friends coming around. I'm watching. I'm having it on the telly. If all right, you can have mine. Fucking.
You washed it.
No, it stinks. Yeah, I didn't know you borrowed it. Fuck's sake. Right, see you later. No, yeah, kiss on the cheek.
Then he sent a message when he was close to Old Trafford. Sorry about
that. Thanks for the mask. Shepherd's pie when I get in, yeah?
XO.
Oh, don't make me go shepherd's pie.
Go on, Fred.
I had a shepherd's pie in ages. Wouldn't mind
Lovely.
one right now. It's some gravy and some Yorkshires.
Do you like a sort of... Oh, boy.
Go.
Do you like an extra bit of gravy on top of the shepherd's pie as well as the sort of internal gravy matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have gravy on the shepherd's pie, right?
What makes the pie?
Luke Shaw just controlled the ball with
Otherwise,
his
you just have dry ass potato.
chin on the floor.
I had fish and chips last night with no red sauce. I mean, my mate looked at me. You what? With
You don't-
mushy peas.
Ronaldo
Oh, yeah, I don't
Brown
have
put
red sauce,
ketchup
no.
on his Nando's. I wanted to punch him in his throat.
It's upsetting, that, isn't it? Really quite difficult to deal with.
Peri chicken.
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka.
It's like I eat mayonnaise, but have you seen in like Belgium and Holland how mad they go with mayonnaise, bro?
Yeah, they love it.
Like you have a cone of chips, yeah, and just fucking shovel it on top, bro.
It's good though.
Now you need a bit of mayonnaise, not
like
a
yeah,
load.
you can't.
Mayonnaise and chips is
Salad
good,
chili
but
mayo
not a load
all
of
day, but
mayonnaise.
chill out.
When I was a kid, the idea of putting mayonnaise on chips was about as vulgar as you could possibly imagine.
Are you mental?
And then when I was about 15, I had it, and I was like, this has changed everything.
Nothing beats a chip butter.
Naf said red sauce with fish. You are a madman.
Yeah, I agree.
Chip butter.
No ketchup with
Fish
and
fingers.
chips.
I still eat fish
Card
fingers.
Pig says the mayo in Holland is different to the one here.
Yeah.
Ben Jenkins said, Adam, what's wrong with ketchup on Nando's? Ben, bro. Ben. Don't.
Yeah.
Come on, Ben.
I'm putting mayonnaise on a
Ben, do
chocolate
you get
biscuit.
lemon and herb? Do ya?
What do you get?
Do you get plain, Ben?
But I get the one that's less than plain. I say plain, but with no salt.
Can I get plain, but can you wash the spices off?
Yeah, wash the salt off it. I don't want them grill marks on it. They're too spicy.
Pot noodle on a meat potato pie.
You just microwave mine. Oh, I thought it was going off for a second.
We've got. I've got an uncle.
We're going top corner there,
who,
probably.
like, and my mum's Irish, but she's had, my family, Indian family, have taught her how to cook certain things, and her Jamaican friends have taught her how to cook certain things, and etc. etc. So she cooks loads of different shit in it. My uncle Robert, yeah, this geezer, he don't like like chili sauce.
Yeah.
Chili flakes. No. Anything hot, you don't want it.
No. If it's got the word powdered in front of it, you don't like it.
We'll cook food and he'll be like, is there any chili in this? We'll go, nah.
No.
He'll eat it, enjoy it. And my mum will go, oh, there was a little Scotch bonnet in that. And he'll go,
poison.
I knew something was wrong with that.
Sabotage.
It's like, bruv, what are you doing, bro? You just enjoyed it?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have enjoyed it if I'd have known you were trying to kill me. Scotch bonnet. Wait, so it's Scottish? Well, sounds alright, actually. That's not bad then. Fair enough.
Battered Mars bar.
Rashford.
Mars bar in batter. Ugh.
Battersea.
Sausage in batter.
I've always wanted to check it out,
A battered Mars bar? There's no reason that wouldn't be fantastic, is there? Think about it, really. Just some nice crispy batter.
Deep fried hula hoops.
I don't really... That makes me feel weird, Andy. I shouldn't have said that.
Deep fried hula hoops. Depends what flavour. If the beef flavour, spicy ones.
No, you've won me back. Beef ones, that'd be good. We need another goal. Yeah, we do. It's not completely comfortable, is it? Although it does feel as though Fulham aren't fully going for it, are they?
But we need a second goal. It's, you could say half this team will play next week.
Oh, a deep fried Kinder Bueno. Now that sounds promising.
Karim Benzema is back in the France team. No Marshall, no Ndombele.
No
interestingly
Marshall.
enough. Injuries probably cost him, but his form wasn't great before those injuries either. But he was still in the squad.
Yeah.
But when Benzema's knocking him in like he is for France.
Don't they have emergencies?
Big opportunity though a big challenge for Marshall then to just say, right, I'm not going. Get your head down, work hard, get ready for next season.
Well, it is, but there's also the thing with him where, and this is, I'm not taking United form into account here. This is the second major tournament in a row he's missed now. At some point, he needs to think, if I ever want to have an international career of any meaningful extent, I need to be more consistent. Because I know that he had the good year for
Because if
United.
the tournament was last year,
he would be going.
He goes.
But that's, again, consistency, isn't it? And he missed the World Cup. He's missing the Euros. He's 25 years old. He needs to think, I've got to start getting... I need to be guaranteed France, 15 goals a season, if not more.
It's fucking relentless there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Winning
exactly.
World Cups, winning...
Yeah.
They'll probably go and win the Euros. And if they can recall someone like Benzema...
I mean, come on. They've got Benzema, Griezmann and Mbappe up front.
Actually, he's defo in the conversation. Where would you rank Benzi?
Where?
In strikers. Like, you got Kane, Lewandowski...
He's up there, and
he's top three with them, innit?
Top four, top five.
Oh, here we go.
Finish it, mate. Come on, lad.
Oh, I should have scored that. Oh, fuck.
Bruno's
just
over.
taking someone out in the back. That was close from Bruno, but I think he should have scored that, Mace.
Don't they have international emergency players before the tournament if, say, somebody gets injured or something?
Yeah.
And Martial could be a late...
backup.
A backup. Yeah, you're in the backup squad if anything happens.
But even then, innit?
Should have put that in, Mason.
But then He's been injured for a long time.
He goes for the
He hasn't played for United.
And when he has, he's not been great.
Can you place someone that has been injured? He's been injured for about 2 months, hasn't he?
When was his last game? Was it that Leicester match or something like that?
I don't remember.
Because even with his bad form, Deschamps was still picking him. For the last squad.
Yeah.
I think for the last squad he was in, I might be wrong on that. If he was injured at that point. But whenever he's been fit, he's still been picked.
Yeah,
but I think if you're an international manager, bro, and Benzema's available. Benzema shouldn't have even been out of the squad. He shouldn't have never been taken out because he was taken out of the squad for non-footballing reasons.
Yeah, but it was pretty dodgy what he did, wasn't
I
it?
don't give a shit.
I do. If I was the manager of that squad, I'd be thinking, everyone in this squad, this is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Mal's just hitting a
It's
ref.
going to be arguments. It's going to be horrendous. It's going to be terrible for team spirit if he's in the squad.
Why?
Wasn't it essentially...
Valbuena, just don't bring Valbuena then?
Yeah, but come on. There's going to be mates of Valbuena. There's going to be all that sort of stuff. It was bad what he did. It was.
Still good, isn't
He is still good, yeah. But I understand why they left him out.
I think the ref just took one in the chest there off the ball and laughed it off. Fair play to him.
Fulham on the ball. It's a good pass.
Who do you think's going to finish top four then?
Us, City, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Fair enough.
That is awful.
That's
Use like a raw shit, man. Back post every fucking time.
fucking
Fuck
easy,
off,
innit?
man. Shit cunts.
The amount of free headers we concede at the back post. Pretty much every game.
Dirty, bro.
Every fucking
Absolutely
time, yeah.
Fucking idiots, every single one of them, man.
Fucking hell, should have gone 2-0 up and now we're fucking 1-1.
I was just falling asleep. Like, bro, Lindelof, who are you marking? My dad. What are you doing, Wan-Bissaka?
Oh, there we go.
What are they searching for
He's
here?
off. He's on. He's not offside, sure.
Who's offside? Oh, that player up there, look. At the top. He's not
He's on.
offside, but...
He's onside.
This shouldn't be disallowed. This is
No.
a disgrace if this is disallowed.
There's no way he's offside.
Wait, what are they looking at?
They're looking at when the ball actually leaves
Whose
that
foot
player's
it
foot,
leaves?
yeah.
What are they
What
doing? Just
on
give the
earth
goal, you
balls-
fucking bellend.
Fuck off, that. It's a goal.
It's stupid, man. This is stupid, bruv. You need to make... He who does not... Who touched the ball last, that means if that Fulham player's touched it, this is no goal. He who does not... What is it? Here must feel. Is that the saying?
What the fuck is
Is that the
going
saying?
on?
You got to make these like feel the pain for this goal, bro. You lot are fucking idiots. You do it every week. It's on. It's on. Is it his arm? His foot's back. What is it? His head?
He's onside. He's onside. And it's going to be given onside as well. Clearly onside.
Yeah.
It's a goal.
That would have been stupid if they disallowed that, bro.
Yeah.
And you lot are fucking idiots. Every one of you, bro. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof are shit, man.
Yeah,
How can you get done on the
missing
back
Harry.
post every time? Forget Harry. That happens when Harry Maguire's in the team. This is what I didn't get the other day. Everyone going, yeah, we did miss Harry Maguire. But we played like that with Harry Maguire. Have we not?
Yeah.
Like, we've been all over the place with Harry Maguire.
The problem is...
And that's not De Gea's fault.
I mean, there's a couple of issues there, isn't there? Wan-Bissaka's tracking a man who then drops into the middle. Also, and I don't know, you'd have to speak to whoever set up the defensive line and how we're meant to transition like that. But Wan-Bissaka's nowhere near anyone there. No, Wan-Bissaka, sorry. Mason Greenwood hasn't come back there. But I don't know, is he told to come back? Is he told to stay forward? If there's an overload at the back post like that, do you question the winger not tracking back? Because Wan-Bissaka can't mark two men at once. Or is that the midfielder that should come
Lindelof
back? I
is
don't know what
marking
the setup
nobody.
is. Yeah, but
So why don't Lindelof go to Cavallero and then
but
tell
Lindelof
Wan-Bissaka to push across?
can't come way out of position for the sake of marking someone. He has to keep position.
It's in position. He's at centre half.
No, I know.
Cavallero was there. Push
By the end he
Wan-Bissaka
was.
across or tell Wan-Bissaka
Yeah,
to
no,
move
yeah,
on.
exactly.
Don't look
Organised.
happy.
But you can't
That's what
organise
I
like
always
that
say
in the
about our
space
defence.
of
There's no
the
one
time a cross
talking to
goes
each
in.
other. There's no one.
This is
fucking
where it gets a bit
leading the line.
If this stays like this, Leicester win.
And it's funny because
second
Lindelof,
place will go to the last day of the season.
Lindelof's guaranteed starting that final.
Yeah, but I think
Why?
it's harsh to blame Lindelof for that. The ball isn't near him.
He marked no one.
Yeah, but who's he meant to be marking? Someone that's not near him?
Cavallero was behind him.
Yeah.
I know he didn't score, but bro, he's free for that whole passage of play.
But Wan-Bissaka's marking him.
No, bro. You can make Wan-Bissaka go back into his natural position by picking up the man you're supposed to, instead of making Wan-Bissaka come from right back into the centre of the pitch
Right.
to mark him.
But if Wan-Bissaka sticks to his own position, then none of this happens. Does it?
Yeah,
You're
so
blaming
Lindelof
but
has
what
to
you're doing
lead
is
the line.
you're blaming Lindelof for Wan-Bissaka being out of position. Essentially, is what's happening.
Yeah, so lead the line.
What's he meant to say?
your
He's
fullbacks.
watching the ball. The ball comes in. So he's
That's your problem. He's ball watching.
No,
bro.
everyone watches the ball. It's football. He's watching the ball and he's keeping an eye out for his position.
We already know Wan-Bissaka makes a lot of mistakes with
Right.
there as well. I have blamed both of them for this goal. I said both of them are idiots for it. But Lindelof there is passive. He's watching play. He's not active. He hasn't switched on. He hasn't decided what. He hasn't spoke to Wan-Bissaka once.
We see
he
there
hasn't
Wan-Bissaka
pushed
there
him out here.
is pulled out of position.
And he didn't
Does
even
the
know
exact same thing.
Cavallero's behind him. Cavallero's the centre forward, remember? He's not a winger.
This is very disappointing, this.
I really don't care about the result for this game. It means nothing now, but it's like... Apparently I have a Lindelof agenda. How about I just have an agenda against shit players, innit? I don't want shit in the team.
Go on, Bruno. Go on. It's it.
Play, Bruno.
Too easy and then good little
Agenda
ball roll,
this,
that one,
agenda that. Lindelof shit, bro. What are you talking about?
He plays like a bar of chocolate.
Man's
He
love to
fucking
talk
melts
about
all the
agenda
time.
when are you watching the same game as me or not? Because I don't get it. The geezer's a pussy hole. You can't have a centre back that's scared.
Yeah, he's wet at the back.
Bro, if I was playing, I'm standing with Lindelof because this geezer's going to give me something. Troy Deeney said the same thing. And he is a shithouse. And he will make you fucking regret coming up against him. Pogba, stop being stupid and pass the ball, for fuck's sake.
Why is it they decide to disintegrate
Play that.
all the time?
It's a good pass.
Nearly. Bit narrow though.
Could lose this.
Yeah, easy.
This result's fucking pointless, but the performance is most important and it's shit.
I mean, you want the result.
And
for
I don't
the
want to
fans,
hear
though, don't
people talking about Maguire again because yes, we miss him. Yes, but we've seen Wan-Bissaka be brain dead at the back post fucking countless times with him in the
Lindelof
team.
as well.
We've seen Lindelof be a wet wipe with him in the team. We've seen even Harry Maguire be guilty for some of those things, just being all over the shop. It's a unit. It's part of the fucking unit. Is all over the place. Well done.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Fred just fucking so lucky there, wasn't he? He just turned his
Fred
foot
had no
through.
choice,
Fred,
you know.
but he also had no idea what was going on. He did well in the
I
end,
think
but
De Gea made it difficult for him.
Yeah,
he
De
did
Gea
what
took
Fred
too long
normally
on the
does
ball.
to McTominay, just smashed it.
Smashed it.
I know the game might not mean anything, but I could see Solskjaer really giving them something in the dressing room after this.
We can't just keep fucking dropping points at home. We're dropping 8
We've
points.
lost 5 games at home.
Well done.
Lost 7 at home
And then
now.
we've drawn against.
Yeah, but we're
Lost
dropping
6
8
at
points
home.
at home in 3 games, is what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
can't do that.
Can't do that, bollocks.
Against one was against Liverpool. Maybe you can make not an excuse, but you can understand why you might drop points against Liverpool. But the other two just fucking pissed it away against Leicester, which again you can kind of make an excuse that we had to rest players. But there's no excuse for this. No excuse for today missing chances and looking half-arsed at
I
the
think
back.
it will play on Solskjaer's mind. This
I think
is.
Mason played well today.
Yeah, he's been alright. He's been good.
There's no excuses for not winning this today.
No, absolutely not. Van der Beek coming on as well now, I think. But Fulham look more likely to score now than we do. Matthew Freeze with a super chat. He says, Joe needs to keep McKola in check on Lindelof. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is out of position. A leader shouldn't have to correct rudimentary position mistakes. He's composed. What do you think of that, Adam?
I think Lindelof didn't look anywhere. I've spoke about both of them.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to give you a chance to respond to the comment, that's all.
I've spoke about both of them. And if you look at Lindelof, he doesn't know where anyone is. He's literally on his own in the middle of the pitch, not knowing Wagwan. That's a problem.
That's the thing with today. You criticise.
And he's not leading.
You got an agenda against him.
He's not leading. I want you to lead, bro. Twanzabi's played 1 game in how long? You're next to him. And I bet you haven't spoke to him once today.
Surprised people criticise me for having an agenda against Fred.
Yeah, but I think everyone has an agenda against Fred. Ahmad. Go on. How's your touch? Not bad. That's shot though from Bruno.
Bruno played Fred.
All of Fred. Fucking bobbling everywhere.
Fucking
This.
pinball,
Get the
this.
ball down.
Square it,
Find a pass.
Bruno's been fucked there, hasn't he?
Oh, he's hurt the kid.
Bruno gets smashed in his face.
I don't know. Bruno went down, then Fred went down straight after. Is Fred still down? Yeah, Fred's still down. Lamina by the look of it.
Remember when he was linked with us for a short period of time?
Bit of an elbow. Yeah.
Mario Lamina.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a foul as well, isn't it? Does he get the ball?
No, he does not get the ball there.
It's not that bad of a tackle.
It's a foul, though.
It's a foul, yeah.
Donny coming on. I think
He's,
both
I
of
think
it's
Fred
his
is
knee he's looking at. Looks like his right knee. That's worrying.
I don't want him to be injured.
No, of course.
I'm not really worried for him being in a team or not.
No Fred.
It's his knee. Yeah, it's his knee he's holding.
Be a sore one, that.
Yeah.
Because as he's released the ball, he's taking a whacking.
Yeah.
Probably jarred up his knee. He's all right.
You coming off? You're going to walk it off?
He must feel a lot of knocks on that, though, because he's running into challenges
He's
constantly.
Yeah, he's on his arse sliding through and getting tackled and elbowed and sticking elbows in all the time. Imagine leaving early today. we see a handful of people walking
Pubs
out there.
are open.
Love that. Someone's got a Uruguay
You've
flag.
waited 14 months to be in the stadium and you're going to leave 5 minutes early. Come on.
No traffic excuse either, is there?
Maybe they're just going to the toilet. I don't know.
Or they're waiting to get interviewed.
Maybe they're just going to the toilet, hopefully. Miles Van Eaton says Victor's fault all day. His poor positioning leaves Wan-Bissaka on both the man and the danger man in behind. If we're within our excuses, Wan-Bissaka had to run as much or more than anyone else in our squad. I guess you mean this season.
Come on, one more chance, United. Yeah. Come on.
Fred.
He needs to shave his hair off again, man. He's too much of a pretty boy, man. Remember when he was at Benfica and he come and he was bald and stuff like
Lindelof.
Yeah, like let's go back to that, man. I want you to look like you're scary.
It's a shit past that.
Because not only do you play real soft, but you look real soft.
Well done, Victor. Go on, Aaron. It's a foul, ref. Come on, start getting the fucking yellow cards out here because they're just late tackle after late tackle, finally. Just letting them get away with it. Oh, it's just a tackle, just a tackle. It's foul after foul. And look at that, just cynical foul. Lookman with the booking.
Look, man.
Yeah. Look, man, it's a yellow. Cavani coming off. Coming off for Van der Beek. Oh, we fucking need to win this.
Leicester win tonight. Second place is up for grabs.
Last day of the season, isn't it?
Yeah. Means nothing.
And it'll be just our luck. We'll finally end our fucking...
It would be just our luck, Joel. We end up third.
And it'll see us finish
Finish fucking
third.
So
if we draw today, what
Leicester win.
2 points.
Is it?
They'll go to... If they win, they'll go to 69
Leicester have
points.
got Chelsea and Spurs.
So what do we need?
So
a
it's
draw
very
from
unlikely
Chelsea
we'll
and Leicester
still
tonight?
Yeah, but if Leicester win...
What result
second place,
gives us the most chance of finishing second and Liverpool the most chance of finishing fifth? What a pass. Go on, Ahmad.
He should have passed that. He should have passed that.
Say that again.
It was a sublime touch, but he should have passed that.
Fifth
Rashford was in.
Fifth place can't get you Champions League football.
No, that's what I'm saying. So we need to keep Liverpool fifth and we need to finish second. What's the best result between the Chelsea-Leicester match for that to happen? That's my question. Do we know?
Basically, any result leaves it in Liverpool's hands.
Right.
Any result.
Liverpool's got Burnley tomorrow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So if Leicester win tonight, they're on 69 points.
Right, here we go.
Chelsea are on 64 points. And Liverpool are on 63.
What, so Liverpool got a better difference than Leicester then?
No, they got a better... Look, when Leicester and Chelsea play today, they'll both play 37.
Yeah.
So Liverpool will have a game in hand on them.
Yeah, but Leicester are currently...
Whoever loses that game tonight...
Yeah.
Liverpool can leapfrog them.
Because they've got a better goal difference.
The goal difference is very similar. So the goal difference for Liverpool is plus 19.
Yeah.
The goal difference for Leicester is plus 19. But if Leicester lose,
Yeah.
their goal difference is worse than
Yeah,
Liverpool.
that's what I'm saying.
So
if Leicester lose tonight, but then win big against Tottenham,
they could
they'll still get top 4.
mathematically get top 4 still. But Liverpool have got games against Burnley,
Crystal Palace.
Hey, fuck that. Let's hope Leicester win. I'd rather Chelsea stay out of the top 4 and Liverpool get it than
you'd
Chelsea.
rather one of Chelsea and Liverpool
finish
miss out,
5th,
is what
get
you're
the
saying.
Champions League, 5 teams
Let
in.
Chelsea or let one of Chelsea or Liverpool fuck it off rather than Leicester, because I'd rather Chelsea come. Although if Chelsea win the fucking Champions League, it won't matter anyway, will it? Fuck's sake, it could be both of them being in.
Well, if Tottenham win the last 2 games, Liverpool lose the last 2 games, and Chelsea lose the last 2 games, Tottenham get in the Champions League by a point.
That's pretty sensational, isn't it? Although almost impossible.
Impossible. Improbable.
Impossible is nothing.
Oh, don't give me commercials at this time.
Who's impossible?
Are you sponsored by somebody?
I wish. Good tackle, Aaron. Oh, he's give it. I don't know if he did get the ball, to be honest. Free kick. Here we go. We should have won this game, shouldn't we? Fucking hell.
Should have battered them.
I know.
3 games in a week, 1 point. Not acceptable.
Not good, really, is it? But then the 3 games in a week side
At
of
home.
it is pretty difficult.
At home.
Yeah.
We should have at least been a goal win for 82 points this season, but now that's it. 71 points. I mean, I would have liked to beat Leicester and beat Liverpool, made City play to win it, not just give it them on a plate.
Yeah.
You know, Wes Brown would be the best defender at our club now if he was still playing.
Do you think?
I know that. I know for a fact.
Come on!
Jay will back me up on that as well, I reckon.
I like Wes Brown.
Wes Brown would be number 1 centre-back at Manchester United.
Did he play for
Jay
Blackburn?
says easily from inside the other room
as
there.
well? He played for Blackburn as well for a bit, didn't he? Wes Brown.
Oh.
I know he played for Nuke. Did he play? No. Sunderland. He played for Sunderland, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he played for Blackburn for a while.
It looks like Fulham are more
Andy
like
Cole and Dwight York
than
played
us.
for Blackburn.
I'm
I
sure
can't
Wes
remember
Brown. I'm
if
sure
Wes
you
Brown
went
did.
to Blackburn in the FA Cup, didn't you? Wes Brown got your tickets.
Oh, yeah. Well, he never got his tickets.
But he got you.
He did an interview with Thingy, and then we had media. I think you're right, you know, Andy.
Yeah, he got to the game.
He played for Correa Blasters as well. He only played 5 games for Blackburn, that's why.
3 minutes left. Fulham
One
have had the
season,
ball
yeah,
for
yeah.
about 10 minutes.
6 games, 1 goal. Clinical Wes.
It's not bad, that. Oh, fucking Bruno giving it away.
It's mad. He had 6 games for Blackburn and scored 1, and he had 87 games for Sunderland and scored 1.
How many did he score for United?
5.
Can you name them?
One of them that I remember is the day Rooney scored that volley against Newcastle.
He scored in that game?
Wes Brown scored in that game.
Fuck off then, book him, ref.
I was at that game.
Fucking
and I
hell,
love
just
Wes-
picking the
Wes
ball up
Brown.
and walking back. You're already fucking relegated now. You don't need to do that shit. Fuck's sake.
He scored against Liverpool.
How is that not a yellow card? He just picks it up from when we're trying to take a free kick and walks back to his goal with
Is
it.
that the game Scholesy got his
No,
600th game
Nani
he scored?
Nani scored as well, and Ronaldo we won 3-0 2008.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another
Oh,
one.
fucking hell.
Who
I'll
else?
have to wrap my brains for that one. The rest of them, that's 2 goals, and he only scored another
Remember
3.
when Phil Jones scored against Villa and Fergie laughed at him?
Yeah.
No. Phil Jones. That's what's going to happen when Fred scores again. All he needs to dish out some punches in the face.
He needs to say a few things in the dressing room. Not too much, but, you know, these players have a responsibility not to be fucking
But you
crap
see,
at
though,
the
about
back.
creating chances, we need a right winger, bro, and we need a central DM.
We've made loads of chances today.
We haven't.
This is why you
We've
need
made more
Harry
than enough to win
Kane.
this game.
We haven't.
Harry Kane would have put a few
Cavani's
of
had
them.
1 chance, bro, and he scored it, and it wasn't even a chance. Tell me what other chance we created for Eddie?
Well, okay, but Bruno's had chances to score. Greenwood's had a chance to score. Rashford's had a chance to score.
We've not created enough chances.
I don't know why.
Why are these
man
men
Mason
holding on
Greenwood
to a
was
draw?
1-on-1 with a
Down?
goalkeeper.
Why are they holding on to a draw?
Because they're fucking, I don't know, literally
You're gonna take
wasting
your
time to
point
get a
down to the
1-1 draw
Championship, are you, you
with
dicks?
with none of their fans in the stadium. Yeah, and they're already relegated. Like, fuck me. It's a foul.
Some of these that are playing for moves, though, as well.
Yeah,
aren't they?
definitely. 30 seconds to go.
Scott Parker going to beat it.
Wan-Bissaka chasing back here. De Gea, come on. 25 seconds to go.
De Gea just picked the pass.
Yeah, it's a good pass to Diallo.
Really slow. But he picked it.
Yeah. Fred. Come on, find a man. Sure. Back to Fred. Who's got on here? No one on.
Do you remember that
Pogba.
game when United drew 0-0 with Arsenal and everything was done? And it was the shittest game ever.
We won the league 2009. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, yeah, we won the league though, so there was an excuse.
Full time.
This was shit.
Man United won. Fulham
Fucking
won. The review will be in the comments. Me and Jay will be back for that. We'll be looking back at that Edinson Cavani goal. Also, we will have fan cams from outside Old Trafford as well. The first time Manchester United fans have been in the stadium in over a year. Not the most ideal, well, not an ideal result at all, that was it?
Disappointing. Really disappointing. We should have had the game won.
Yeah. We should have won the game. Adam,
game.
Any final thoughts?
Shit, should have gave the fans something.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for, we didn't, we'd got nothing to play for. Like, the fans back in the stadium. When was that City game?
8th March.
A long time ago,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
March
Over a year
2020,
ago.
yeah. 14
so,
months.
436 days ago. So we owed them something. And Cavani delivered, but nobody else did. And we need a new centre-back.
Well, next season, there's nowhere to hide for the players.
And we need a right winger.
There's nowhere to hide for them next season.
Yeah, also, there's something to be said about the fact that neither team have got anything to play for. That's United's 4th game or 5th game in 7 days. I'm not going to go in too hard on that, but it wasn't ideal, was it? Yeah, we're back with me and Jay again to go over that Cavani goal, to go over Manchester United this season as well in just a few minutes. The link is in the comments, so click that. Wait for us there. We'll be over there in just a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in a bit.